Lucas? Where did Lucas go? What's up, everybody? Welcome. We are live on YouTube and Facebook and Twitch. There's
right.
Lucas. All right. Weird. Crazy.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I switched on the Famra app. You guys who are interested can watch us on Famra. Thank you to our sponsors at Famra, by the way.
Famra.
Come and hang out on Famra. I changed venues on there to see if they would fit more people, but that one didn't work either. I thought that was the one that had multiple people.
Yeah, you went to like a small space here. Let's see. I'm gonna try to call John in real quick. Well, yeah. Thanks everybody for check. This is a crazy experimental. What did somebody say? The multiverse of comics misexplained going on here.
Sure is. Yeah.
Hell yeah, brother.
We're trying to summon John on.
I'm here. I'm
on Famra.
Yeah, I'm in the audience of Famra right now.
Oh, okay.
Now, are you able to join the call on
see,
Famra?
I'm not even in the audience. I was just waiting for the
I'm waiting to be.
But at least I'll watch you guys.
Yeah, you don't necessarily
How do I
have to
get
be in
in?
the audience. I mean, we were just trying to call you in, but
Yeah, call into the Famra. Yeah.
Oh,
Is,
No,
uh,
it's probably better than not. Now there's a whole delay in sound.
What are John, what and Lucas? I'm sure we probably should have done this earlier, but what's your guys' screen name on Famra?
It's just John.
John, and then
Okay.
post ironic.
I'm still
meme.
post-ironic default. I think I'm friends, Jason,
So
with Phil.
I thought so too. I don't see it on here.
I'm joining your beam. I'm in the beam, but it's just you two.
Oh, well, and
Okay,
maybe
John, I just friend requested you. Lucas, what's yours again?
Post-ironic meme vault.
There it is. All right, let me call you right now.
for everybody watching at home on.
I'm getting it right now. Party Pug 666.
there we go. There we go.
And
That's
John, I
Jason.
just friend requested you on here, John.
Oh, and Lucas
Okay.
is here. Sweet meat.
I
Yeah.
haven't got anything.
For the folks at home, if you're watching this going like, what are they doing? What are they talking about? We are actually multi-streaming. We're on Facebook. We're on Twitch. We're on
Where?
YouTube. And we're also on
Oh my
Famra, the new app, which it seems like we're having trouble getting John in. If we can't get John in over there, that's okay, because most of the viewers, y'all can see us on all the other platforms, and we're trying to
All right,
super
I'm in the
multi-stream.
audience.
On YouTube and Twitch and Famra. All right, so is that good, John? Okay. All right. Oh, well, good enough, right?
I mean, I'm in the audience.
All right, sounds good, man. All right, well, what do you guys want to start? We have a lot of topics, man. A lot of stuff
yeah.
to talk about, man. It's been like a really busy week. Like, I'm sure everyone's done their, speculation videos and stuff, and like really scrutinizing the trailers and what have you. New Spider-Man trailer dropped. So I don't know if you want to start big with the Spider-Man trailer, get that over with, because that's all everyone wants to talk about. So I hate like prolonging those things. They're like, oh, wait till the end of the video. Nah, we're gonna be talking about so much stuff. So it's like, you want to do it now? You want to do it later?
Just get
What do you
right
guys
into
think?
it. Let's just do it.
I'm feeling too. Let's start big,
All
dude.
right,
Like,
cool.
I mean, I think we will all want to talk about this.
All right. Well, first impressions, man. We'll go around the block. John, you want to start off?
Yeah. So I'm actually really happy that Sony and MCU is hiding the Andrew Garfield, Tobey Maguire. I'm happy that it's not being confirmed. They're not giving any attention to the leaks, and all that is just, it's bullshit. We're just gonna wait till the movie comes out, and I'm happy with that. I'm fine with that. I don't need to see Tobey and Andrew in trailers. It's fine. I
Yeah,
thought
no
it was
doubt.
cool to see all the villains except for maybe one. If we're doing Sinister, you can't have Sinister 5, so there's definitely one more that they're hiding from us.
Good point.
And I thought Doctor Strange is still being a dick. Seems weird. He's being more of a dick than usual.
How
The
so?
trailer starts out. This trailer starts out with him blaming Peter for the spell going wrong, but I'm just like, well, you're the Sorcerer Supreme.
I think he did fuck it up, though. I think he
actually,
did something.
right? Like fucking like Wong would be like, "Hey, I beg to differ.
I mean-
told you, Steven,
Yeah.
not to do that."
Did he fuck it up, or did he just do what was expected of like a teenager that Doctor Strange should have expected? Like, I don't know.
Mephisto confirmed.
Yeah, man.
I'm hyped though. I'm real excited for it. I am buying tickets on Cyber Monday, the moment they go on sale. So
Same.
I'm ready.
So
Oh, is that the day that they
Yep.
plan to go on sale? Cool.
I
I
remember.
have like I have Fandango alerts
Mhm.
specifically for this. So cool. Good to
I
know.
have
Yeah.
used like the AMC Theaters app because like that's the best theater in my area in Pittsburgh. Like I always like they got like the IMAX screen and then the Dolby screen. And the Dolby screen is like where it's at. Like the Dolby screen is just as big as the IMAX screen, maybe a little tiny bit smaller, but like it's huge. But you have these like awesome, comfortable like leather recliner chairs that like the button is like reclines, like leans back so far, and like chairs are like plugged into the wall so they vibrate like with you. And like it's amazing. It's so good. So like I'm checking those like when tickets go on sale like all the time for whatever's coming up. That's like my wife and I's like date nights like pretty much every weekend we go to the movies pretty much.
Yeah.
And so like yeah, so I'm checking like every like Monday, Tuesday morning, whatever, to see if anything pops up, what's new, what's on sale. So yeah, so I'm glad to know Cyber Monday. That's when it's going
Cyber
on
Monday.
sale. I'm trying to get
Spider-Man.
it right away because that's gonna sell out. You know,
Does
it is,
anybody
like-
know
Oh,
how long is
sure,
the movie?
sure.
I heard it's like the longest running solo Marvel movie.
Let's see if we can
So,
find
like,
out.
So that's gonna be like 2 hours 45 minutes kind
I
of
was
thing.
pushing 3.
50. Yeah, 245, 250.
pushing
I would
3.
guess. That's my guess.
Yeah.
Just take bets.
Let's
So
see if it's announced yet.
The last ones I've seen, Shang-Chi and Eternals have been at the Delta variant, you know. But I told one of my friends that like the meetup of all the Spider-Mans and how this is like really diverse, and she's like, we have to see it in IMAX, and I was like, yeah, probably.
All right, so
Yeah.
there's apparently a leak from a Brazilian cinema. It says that it was leaked by accident. It's 159 minutes. So what is that, like an hour 40?
Hour 39 minutes, yeah.
Yep.
Or 2 hours 39 minutes, yeah.
Oh, thank you. Sorry. Yeah, I can't do math, especially when it comes to time. Why is time like this? Why can't we get like a metric system for time?
No, I get it. Last time we were on Famra, I beat you at all the math things.
Wow, getting salty here. So
I'm
yeah,
so bad. I'm so mad. Like I missed that episode. I didn't know it was coming. I didn't know you two were the guest spots, or else I would have been there like at the premiere of it.
I think
I didn't know that we were together until like the day of. I think like Spedo was just like, "Hey, would you like to join?" I was like, "Yeah, that'd be cool."
Nice.
And we were like in a group thing, and it was just like me and Phil and Spedo. I was like, "Holy shit!" I would have said yes like way earlier.
Hey, yeah, you got to be there, man. I think you got it recorded though. We'll see. You know, those recordings they don't always come out like for a while, so that's why.
That's true. Yeah, I've been holding on to all my family recordings, audio and video, and you know, it takes some editing. I got to piece them together and like edit stuff out that people don't want to say in their videos, and you know, like things like that. So it's like it's time consuming, and I haven't made the time to edit it all yet. So much less start the podcast, channel that you'll do for me, Phil. Thank you.
Yeah, we got that
for
going already. We just got to import them recordings, man.
Yeah, so I mean, like, you know, I guess back to the movie, man. Like,
Oh, good
yeah,
call.
I'm actually pretty hyped. You know, I'm not as excited as Batman. I don't know that I'm just, like so stoked for Batman, but I'm pretty excited for Spider-Man. But I know, I guess, you know, John, you're saying what was should we take predictions on like who the sixth villain is, or do you think maybe we should talk about?
I think it's got to be Vulture, man.
Yeah.
That's just my personal opinion, but I feel like you can't squander Michael Keaton, you know, in the MCU, in the Spider-Man. I feel like he'll show up again.
I mean, he's in Morbius.
Yeah,
Could be Venom.
yeah. So the fact that he's in Morbius, like, why, why have him
Why?
be secret at this point?
Yeah, I don't know.
I can't see. He doesn't seem as. I don't know. I can't see him up there with the other five.
I think
agree.
because he's in the same universe, he won't be.
Okay.
He like protected Peter Parker before. Like he didn't give up his name to Scorpion. You know, Scorpion was after him. You know, I mean that's a candidate. I mean,
Scorpion.
know,
It
that
might
would
be
make
someone
sense.
new. It
Venom's
might be
there
someone
also.
entirely new.
You
Yeah.
think Venom?
Yeah, I don't think we're.
I don't think
seeing
Venom. I
anybody
take that back.
From the Tom Holland MCU Spider-Man, you know, as the Sinister Six, because that's too easy.
I think this movie's going to be a build up to the Sinister Six. You know what I mean? I don't think
It
we're
could
going to
be.
see it
I don't
in
know.
this movie.
You think so?
Like, yeah, because I think we're going to get. I mean, do you think they'll go away at the end of the movie to their own like separate universes, or do you
I
think
think it
stuck, like, in
depends.
jail?
I think it unfortunately depends on how well Sony and MCU want to work together in the future. Because if they're going to build up to a Sinister
Yes.
Six that's based on this Spider-Man movie, that means the MCU has to be involved for the rest of those movies.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, if Sony wasn't fucking stupid, they'd be like, yes, thank you.
Yeah,
It
exactly.
seems like that's what they're doing. Like especially with the post-credit scene for Venom too. It seems like they're like, oh my god, yes, MCU, please,
Give
yes,
us money.
Daddy.
Give us free money.
I think
Yeah,
that the meta narrative behind all this is just as important as the like actual narrative of like what's happening with Spider-Man. I think that Kevin Feige and Amy Pascal and all these people at the studio want to exploit the like hype that you get from, you know,
Absolutely.
them being like, oh, well, we're not going to work together. Oh, we're going to work together. You know, like I think that gets the fans just as excited as the actual story does. So they'll probably do this to us for like a decade, you know, and they'll probably be like,
I hate it.
oh,
yeah.
Oh, no, Tom Holland's out. You know, they're already doing all these stories right now about Tom Holland being like, I don't want to be a Spider-Man anymore. I don't want to act anymore. And it's like, okay.
They do have a lot of those, yeah. And I like the idea of him just being like, hey, I want to stop being Spider-Man at some point because Peter Parker does not age. That makes sense.
I disagree. I really got the vibe that they were trying to do like the Harry Potter of you know, comic book movies with this guy and like see him grow, and like obviously there'll be an exit point for him at some point, just like Robert Downey Jr. did how many movies, like so many.
Right. I could see Peter Parker not being Spider-Man anymore, but moving into the Tony Stark position in the MCU, because they haven't really focused on his intelligence. He is one of the smartest people in the MCU.
Yeah, good point.
Right.
And he could easily fill that slot if he just matured a little bit. I could see him kind of
he needs years.
leaving the Spider-Man mantle and letting whoever take over, and then him leading the new Avengers,
Holland being like, "Hey, Miles Morales, take the
That's
helm."
exactly what I was
Would
thinking.
be fucking so cool. Yeah,
it'd be so cool to see him age like 40, 42 and give up the mantle of Spider-Man and hand it over to Miles Morales, like, you know. But that's like so far.
That's asking a lot.
Yeah, that's asking a lot. You know, that's like there's no like, will the MCU be around like by then? You know, like will everything skip up on this, like on the Marvel movies?
I mean,
like,
you know, Disney's
in
been around
space.
for so long, and now they own it. But like, Tom Holland is younger than all of us, so I mean, I think it is kind of his prerogative to be like, hey, like, do I want to do other things? Like, dude could retire tomorrow if he wanted to.
Yeah, no doubt.
He wants to be a landlord, apparently. I thought that was a weird ass story.
Like a good landlord, which like seems like a thing that doesn't exist. But I was reading the thing, and he was just like, no, I'd like to own property and sell to people for way less than what the market is. And I was like, okay, cool. Because the first time I read that, I was like, Tom Holland, you fucking class traitor.
He doesn't know anything. He's still a dumbass kid, honestly.
Yeah, I mean, sure, you know, and I've enjoyed his other movies like that he's done, that I've seen him in that weren't Marvel related. You know, I think he's a pretty good actor. You know, he does fine.
That other movie he's doing looks pretty bad, though.
What,
Which
Uncharted?
Uncharted.
That's fine.
So I don't think
it's gonna be what it is. You got Mark Wahlberg. He was supposed to originally play the main character. He was the main
Nathan Drake.
Yeah, I was like Nate.
That makes more sense. That makes more sense than Tom Holland, to be honest.
Yeah.
Really? Okay. Well, I'll give it a try.
I can't see Tom Holland playing Nathan Drake. I don't know.
So I've never played the games, so I don't know.
I will.
I played the first two. I guess I got halfway through the part two, but like, yeah, I mean, they're good, they're fun. But it's like, I think they were working on this movie for so long. Mark Wahlberg's supposed to be like the main role, but you know, it took so long. He kind of aged up by then. So like, all right, well, let's try someone younger. And you know, they got Tom Holland, and he does fine. But I think this is going to be like more like Mark Wahlberg's like his. Not quite father figure, but like this, like a stranger he meets that's like kind of cool, almost like a cool uncle. He's gonna try to follow him, but I think Mark Wahlberg's gonna do him dirty in the end, and he's gonna try to overcome him, you know, at the end. But that's
classic Marky Mark,
right?
Yeah,
classic Marky Mark. He's gonna slap a Wahlburger across his face, and not today.
Well, I know he had a lot to cover.
In Eric language, I would say he's his pep.
His pet.
Yeah. I guess, you know, I do want to hang on to this topic a little bit longer. Do we have any idea of like, we talked about the sixth villain, but also we need to talk about the one trailer that showed Lizard getting kicked in the face that leaked out there, like the subtracted supposed Spider-Man.
You know,
Right.
if you look a little bit closer, it kind of just looks like something from the building is hitting. Like it kind of looks
Wow.
like the building's exploding and something's hitting him.
That'd
But
be like the coldest fake out. You watch the movie,
he
there's
is
no one
he's
there. It's
definitely
just
reaching for
destruction,
someone
like-
else.
Yeah, I
mean,
definitely think
I will
they
say-
edited the footage. I just watched a whole like major clip like edit of all the different things that Marvel has done to edit
Oh.
their trailers
Oh,
to
yeah.
like fool us, and
Oh,
it's
yeah.
like very on brand for them to, you know, just go through and edit out whoever's there. You know, I'm with
Yeah,
you.
yeah,
I think
I
it could
think-
be, you know, it could be Dr. Octopus. It could be, you know, we don't know what the story's gonna be.
Oh, you're
like.
right.
No, the person that hits him is obviously Professor Hulk.
Obviously.
Oh.
I mean, you know,
It's Namor.
The people they edit out of trailers.
It's
Yeah,
Thanos'
yeah,
ass.
good point,
in
good
the
point.
air. It's a butt
It's
cheek and a lizard.
It's Thanos' ass.
Good point. The cheeks
Yeah,
are just
it's not a
clapping
hit, it's
so
a
hard,
clap.
and there's like a.
I mean, yeah. How do we know these two trailers are even real? You know.
I love John
I
always
was gonna
takes
make
it
a
to.
joke earlier, like the last member of the Sinister Six is just my dad.
Mm. It's like,
Come back
whoa.
home.
Well, do we think we're gonna actually see Andrew Garfield and Tobey Maguire in this movie?
Yeah, I do.
At
I
this
think so.
point, I hope so. At least
think
hear their
so.
voices. I don't know.
Mm.
At this point, come on.
I'm not gonna be an incel about it if they don't show
Yeah.
up. But like, I'm fucking pissed if they don't show up. Still, I just like I won't go like say racial slurs and try to shoot women in public.
Wow.
And I feel like there's a lot of people that would be that upset, which has nothing to do with comics. They're just
Sure.
like,
Well, like, can I just say, what is the point of having like confirmed villains from other, you know, movie series? Like, obviously, Dr. Octopus
Right.
is from the first trilogy, and you've seen Jamie Foxx as Electro. As
Right.
you know, these are confirmed from like we've got the multiverse aspect. Like, it's there. We know. Why would you do that and only do the villains? You know, like we know Marvel wants to make the fanboys
Right.
soy boy face out, bust a nut in the theater. You know, they're looking for that
Absolutely.
moment, and
Yeah,
that's what it's gonna
the
be.
meme of the two guys with the neck beards being like,
Yes.
Yup.
Yes, and
Yup.
it will
Yeah.
happen.
Yeah.
They just are gonna like lie about it until the very moment that it's, you know, we'll all know on what is it, December 19th. Like the leaks will be so
17th.
massive. 17th.
Oh, actually,
Yeah.
I mean, well, think about it. Wasn't the very first trailer we got? Wasn't that a sneak peek? This last one we got was the official first trailer, right?
Right.
And usually there's
I think
two
so, yeah.
trailers per movie. So usually,
I'm
so there's-
skeptical
there's-
that there'd be
there's
another
supposed to
one.
be
I don't think we're getting another
I
trailer.
don't think we're getting. I think we are.
It was so late for this first one.
Yeah.
If we're getting another trailer, I'm not even gonna watch it, to be honest. Like,
I know, right?
That's
come
what
on.
you said about
Give
the
me-
first
we
one.
get another
though.
Like John, and you know it.
Give me
You'll
the
be
fucking
watching
movie
it.
at this point. Like they're giving us videos of the cast watching the trailer. Just release the fucking movie at this point. Like, goddamn.
Yes. Did you watch that? The video reaction of them?
Yeah,
watching
like what?
No.
Tom Holland, right at that point where like he's like, oh, did they leave out? And then he like stopped talking, and they, and people were like, oh, Kevin Feige's got his snipers out looking at him, you know, like.
Yeah. I don't know.
Oh, that's
So-
hilarious.
so-
Kevin
to
Feige's
go
got
against the
shooters.
narrative-
Kevin Feige's got
to go
shooters
against the
on.
narrative that all Spideys are there, I do also enjoy the idea that the fight that they don't show of you know Lizard getting punched and no one being there is some of the villains being redeemed.
Yeah.
Because I think the other thing is like Doc Ock redeems himself and helps Peter.
Yeah, I got that vibe from the trailer.
Yeah.
I want to see all the Aunt Mays together, you know, and just like Alyssa
Yeah.
Milano, or it's Alyssa Milano
Same.
who?
No, Marissa
I'm
Tomei.
getting sorry. Yeah,
There you
Marissa
go.
Tomei.
Marissa Tomei, but Alyssa Milano is
Can we
that would be
please get
crazy.
a time.
No, Marissa
Who
Tomei
was
is
it?
so
Yeah.
fine too, though, and just imagining like her and then Sally. Sally, who is, I can't remember anybody's name. I should get
Sally Field.
Sally
Sally Field.
Fields. I was trying to get my student loan mortgage paid with Sally Mae.
I just
Sally Mae.
I just hope the MCU gives Norman Osborn waves like he has in the comics.
Oh
Yes.
yes, that'd be so amazing.
He's got
Yes.
Well, like
Just
imagine.
some nice
Okay, so
waves.
Norman Osborn is in the MCU as William Dafoe acting it. Then can we get a real Iron Patriot? That would be dope from like the Dark Avengers.
I'm wanting the Dark Avengers. I'm hoping he sticks around the MCU and he actually builds the Dark Avengers like he did in the comics.
That would be
That's
so
what
dope.
I'm hoping for.
I don't see how you could do
I
it.
love Willem Dafoe like on all fronts. Like
Oh,
he's a great actor in
he's-
every movie he's in. So I would love him to actually be in the MCU.
You know, we've yet to see Peter's backstory with Uncle Ben. Can this Uncle Ben and this MCU be Joe Pesci? You know, with Marissa Tomei. You know, that'd be
Oh,
amazing.
and then bring it back to Marissa Tomei's like first real big feature film. Oh,
That would be
What
amazing.
if Uncle Ben is a Peter Parker from a different universe?
Oh wow.
Oh no. That's like Looper. You get into Looper territory there.
yeah. No, I can't wait for like I can't even wait for like a fucking like Spider-Man where it's just like, hey, I'm walking here.
I'm
We
swinging.
need an
here.
Italian Spider-Man. Why has there not
Yeah.
been an Italian Spider-Man yet?
Where's Matt Moyer? Yeah.
Could you imagine?
Eating pizza.
He's like, oh, I'm Spider-Man. The gravy's good today.
I'm friendly here. Well, I mean, do we want to say predictions for this movie? Our last things we think where this movie's going to go, and what it'll accomplish. Things we might see.
I don't
Wanna
have
go
any
around?
predictions. I'll just say that I wanted to give my reaction, which was just that I don't think I'm going to be cautiously optimistic, but I don't think this movie's hitting its full potential because I feel like they're doing a big, circle jerk for nostalgia here, and they're not
Sure.
really letting the Spider-Man narrative like shine. So that's me.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
I don't think Spidey's done after this. I mean, he can't be. Even if Tom Holland's done, Spidey won't be done. But I mean, he's a young dude. I think the whole thing of him potentially being done and wanting not to be that is, it's some more of the bait that they give us, which is great. Like, I mean, it's cool to speculate as we are doing right now. But I think the cool potential is the multiverse opens up. Maybe there can be other Spider-Mans too. Like maybe we do get Miles Morales. So I'm excited to see what comes, and we don't know for sure. And that's the fun part, actually, is how Marvel's moving the MCU.
Yeah.
Do we think they're going to pull an Infinity Endgame where what they showed in the trailers was actually the first like 15, 20 minutes of the movie, and there's like still like 2.5 hours left, where it's like
apocalypse
toy
style shit.
blindside us. Yeah, this toy blindside us with like nothing we've seen before,
Oh, that'd be great.
Yeah, I
man.
hope so.
Well, I mean, kind of. I think like the whole thing is like it shows him fighting the villains, but the whole idea behind it is Tom Holland Spider-Man doesn't want them to die.
Right.
Yeah, that's what's weird is why would that be the case, right? Like,
Yeah. So the whole thing is them fighting, but it seems like the antithesis of what it's supposed to be about. He's saying like, no one dies. I'm Spider-Man. I don't kill people.
Doctor Strange has that Pokeball. It's a box instead of a Pokeball.
Yeah.
what is that?
I don't know. I'm not sure if that box sends them to a different universe or if the box is
Holds
like a
them.
prison. I don't know. Like, what is it?
Okay. What is a Pokeball? Like you mean like a
We catch
Pokemon?
Pokemon,
Okay, sorry. Yeah, duh.
They're stuck in there.
I was thinking of like food, like fish and rice and
Yeah.
No.
Nice.
I'm starving. I
No,
haven't.
a
didn't eat dinner.
Pokeball.
yeah, a Pokeball.
No, the Pokeball's where he keeps Wong. Like Wong.
Get him, John.
I'm
any,
honestly-
yeah. Good.
Yeah, I'm thinking there's a possibility we might get some X-Men here.
I love John's
John's theories.
every
Yeah.
time, man.
Follow me on this.
We need to air this little segment of John's theories.
I think it would
Here
be
we
go, John's
X-Men here.
There's this big battle at the Statue of Liberty. We got a real big battle at the Statue of Liberty in the first X-Men, which was Kevin Feige's first film.
Just watched that
Oh,
yesterday.
wow, interesting.
Yeah.
Didn't think about that.
And I think there's focus on the Statue of Liberty with the universe breaking right over the Statue of Liberty. Doctor Strange saying he can't hold them back anymore. I think we're about to get a Endgame type scenario where we get crowds of people from all the different movies, including the X-Men.
Just spilling
Maybe they don't
out,
stick-
just from the sky,
Yeah.
just X-Men just spilling, raining down. It's raining
Yeah, just
X-Men.
X-Men falling from the
Hallelujah.
sky. Yeah.
You think we'll get
It's
Galactus as a
raining
Sentinel
X-Men.
and coming in?
Oh, yeah.
Thank
That'd
you.
be nice. That'd be cool. I don't know. I feel like we're gonna get a lot more than what we're seeing. I think that's the one thing I'm worried about with this movie is they might fall down the path of the original Spider-Man 3, where they put too much in it and it was just overwhelming and it wasn't good.
Well, that seems to be like, if that was ever a complaint, that seems to be absolutely what's happening in this movie. I mean, are you kidding me?
Yes.
Like, there's
You
so
don't
many
want Steve
villains.
Parker to play jazz music in this film?
See him dance.
I need a emo Tom Holland for sure. Like,
Oh my
Oh,
god.
hey, do we think that Happy's gonna die in this movie?
I hope
Damn.
not.
why
think-
do
I
you
don't
think
want to
that?
see. People in Peter's life need to stop dying. He already lost, Iron Man. I don't think he needs to lose Happy too. That would suck.
Well,
I
so
think
what
it is.
I've read is people are speculating that MJ isn't going to die, that Ned's going to die.
What
That's
the
a
hell,
scroll,
man?
That's a scroll. He ain't gonna die.
Well, we have seen
Hey,
Tom
Skrulls
Holland
can still die, dude.
describing. Tom described this movie as like very painful and not, for all the characters involved, it's dark and not a fun-loving movie or something. So
Yeah,
Oh,
well,
well.
he
mean,
could be
I-
lying.
I think I really think Happy's gonna die. I think that scene where it showed Peter run through a
Yeah.
building and then there's police outside and Happy's waiting in a car or something, and then we see a big explosion, and then he's like crying and he's all dirty, and then I think Aunt May is next to him. Like I'm pretty sure like Happy's gonna die.
I hope
wow.
not. That's a big.
Someone's
That's
got to keep
wow.
May happy, though.
I mean,
Right?
you have to. I mean, he's been in since the very first movie of the MCU, right?
Yeah.
I mean,
He's been
Yeah.
giving Aunt May the Happy Meals, bro, like every night.
Okay.
And has corrected some of them.
weird energy, bro.
I mean, dude, who would not try to get with Aunt May? I mean, Marissa Tomei.
In this universe, for sure. I
Yo,
mean,
what's
even
your-
Sally
yeah,
Fields,
No,
I
in
might.
this
I mean,
universe, for sure. Yeah.
I might even try. Yeah, I might. I mean, Sally Fields was fine back in the day. She's,
I just kept thinking of Forrest Gump, and then like Phil sitting down in the swing, and then coming and going.
Oh no, bro!
Jesus Christ. What's
Nah,
happening?
I'm just thinking of
Wait.
Smokey and the Bandit. That's like
Oh,
what-
okay.
So,
Yeah,
so
that's-
I looked at Marissa Tomei's Wikipedia today because I remember the old Seinfeld episodes where like George goes out
George
on a
dates
date
her.
with her.
Mm.
And I was like, holy shit, like, dude, that was like 30 years ago. It's like
Wow.
my entire life Marissa Tomei's been hot. And then she's still just 56, dude.
How do-
Like, I
yeah.
mean, so like she was very young when she was younger than us when she was in Seinfeld. And around that
John,
time.
are you okay?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Sorry.
Yeah, that's fair. I mean, I'm also curious, like, how do women stay looking so good at that age? Like, I heard an article recently that like Gwen Stefani is like 55 or something. Like, maybe
Yeah.
that was a lie.
Yeah,
and I'm like,
yeah,
what?
Yeah.
I'm like,
It's
how? How?
Yeah, she looks exactly the same. It's crazy.
It's just like,
I mean,
Cheers to
let's be
y'all.
honest. The main thing is probably money.
True.
but you got to know what to
like-
do with the money. You don't just put the money on your face. Like, is that a new beauty treatment? You just rub like
You put the money on your face.
$500 bills on your skin
Bathtub.
and hair,
You
and
just-
it's
No,
just,
Scrooge McDuck
the
bathtub
actual
full of
physical
coins.
money is probably very dirty.
yeah,
Yeah, very dirty.
People have done cocaine on that.
yeah.
But I think it's just like you have a lot of money, you can get a personal trainer, you can get someone to tell you how to eat, you get all these other things.
Fair. Guys, we've been
Maybe.
at it on the Spider-Man trailer for like
Yeah.
a good half hour. I would love to pivot to something that John has already brought up, which was X-Men, and the fact that with the
Ooh.
Disney Plus Day, they've teased that in like a year from now, there's going to be new episodes of the original X-Men cartoon that was on like Fox, Saturday morning cartoons.
Yeah.
They're calling it X-Men 97. This is very exciting for me. I mean, what are y'all's takes on that?
Man, like as soon as I got
Super
the Disney
excited.
Plus app, like the first thing I did was watch all the X-Men animated
Oh,
series,
nice.
all 5 seasons, and like they got worse as they went on, but like
Oh yeah, of course.
it definitely dragged on, and the animation got terrible, and like the voices got terrible, the stories got terrible. But
Wow.
the good thing about it was like it started out hot, it was great animation. It still withstands that. Jubilee is still annoying and bad.
Yep.
But like they did. What was interesting is like the shows as they were coming out, they're based on the comics at the time with like Chris Claremont and stuff. You know what I mean? Like they're based on those old stories and some other ones that were written around the time. So like, what are they going to do for these new ones? Like, are they going to like go back to the old stuff that came out in '97 and write those stories?
Well, they had X-Men '97 comics
now?
recently, right? I mean,
what's that?
they did a series of comics called X-Men '97 that was based on those original runs. So I'm wondering if that's why they're doing this reboot of the animation.
Maybe.
They're just going to pull from those. Did you see any of those?
No.
Okay, yeah, I remember when that was coming out because I think it was probably about 5 years ago. I was running a comic book blog, and they revealed that whole run of comics. It was it was 100% based on the animation. So let's see. Here we go.
Interesting.
There's an X-Men annual now. They call it. Oh, never mind. I'm gonna have to look a little harder. But yeah, I remember when that happened. I didn't read any of them, so I can't tell you more. I'll keep looking. You guys give us your reactions. Lucas or John or.
I was Go ahead, guys.
No, I'm pretty hyped for the new X-Men. I'm curious where that's going to take us. If they're going to reboot any other Marvel cartoons or cool things that were. I mean, they're doing new Spider-Man cartoons on Disney Plus. They're like kids shows, but I'm curious if they're gonna do some reboots.
We got the new Spider-Man freshman year.
We got that freshman year coming, which is MCU canon, which is gonna be interesting. I think it's just gonna take place probably pre-Civil War.
We got to talk about that later for sure. We'll
get off Spider-Man. But I'm pretty hyped for X-Men. I think it's really interesting that they're doing that. I'm curious when we're going to get that introduction into the MCU. So I think they're slowly kind of getting MCU fans used to the idea of mutants and genetic whatever. They really got us used to that with Eternals, with evolution and mutations and whatnot. And so they're going to slowly do that, and then they're going to unravel it for us, I think.
Interesting.
Yeah, no, I agree. Like I think my foray into Marvel was the X-Men cartoon. In the 90s, and for the longest time, my favorite superhero was Wolverine. I mean, nice. He's still not cool. He's not my favorite superhero. Just like now I just know more of them. So I'm very excited to see that come back, and of course I want the mutants to come to the MCU. And to add on to this, and this has not much to do with X-Men '97, apparently. Hugh Jackman is in Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness.
What?
No.
Dang.
How do you?
That's
where
a good
did
rumor.
you get that?
I like that.
You guys hear this? I saw it from like a couple different sources.
Wow. I heard the rumor that Hugh Jackman and Kevin Feige have met a handful of times.
They have been hanging out. Yeah.
Right. I heard they had
Hugh
some meetings,
Jackman.
multiple meetings, and that's confirmed that they have meetings. But there's nothing that's been revealed yet.
I don't believe any leaks. I don't believe anything.
No. I don't either. Take it with a grain of salt. But apparently, Hugh Jackman joined Multiverse of Madness for some reshoots recently.
Wow. And they're about to drop some huge movies on us.
All right.
We have the multiverse in Loki that already happened. We have the multiverse in Spider-Man that's got to be Spider-Man centric. Doctor Strange makes sense.
Yes, that's like their only chance really to drop some multiverse stuff on us. Like my wife and I, some reason she wanted to watch the X-Men movies and she's never seen them before, so we've been going through all the X-Men. We're on 3 right now, X-Men Last Stand, and then we're going to watch like the Wolverine movies, and then we're going to watch the new X-Men movies, or the more recent ones. So, but yeah, that's like their time to drop that stuff is the Multiverse of Madness, I guess. Like where else could you do it? I mean, maybe the Loki show. So, I don't know.
I mean,
yeah, definitely.
Yeah, these events don't happen without them. I mean, like seriously, like
absolutely
everything doesn't happen without the X-Men. So they've been written out essentially.
Yeah.
And especially like the WandaVision, is like a soft house of M. Yeah. So.
Do you think she's going to be the bad guy in that show, or do you think she's going to be like a character?
She never was the bad guy. She was just grieving. So I hope they don't make her a bad person. It's too nuanced to do that.
I think she's the villain for Multiverse of Madness.
That's what I thought too. For some reason, yeah.
I think she is. Yeah, I'm pretty sure she's. Yeah, I think that she is either the villain or a villain.
Well, she's already been villainized, at the end of WandaVision.
Well, I think
I don't know.
at the end of WandaVision, her hunt for her children kind of breaks Doctor Strange rules. Essentially, I think that's what's happening. I think it's not necessarily she's the villain, but she's trying to get
I see. Okay.
something.
She goes into some morally compromised situations, and Doctor Strange has to be like, "Hey, you're fucking with the fabric of the multiverse." Like,
which,
hey,
obviously he's got to deal with that already in Spider-Man. We've seen like
he's tired
of
multiverse
stuff happening above the Statue of Liberty, and then all of a sudden maybe he's trying to put out these fires, and the next one is Wanda.
Well, you know what's crazy is all of this is happening. All this multiverse shit. We have Spider-Man. We have new Doctor Strange coming up. We still got Kang here in the background. We still got Kang on the fucking back burner. That is inherently multiverse.
Do you think they're going to burn Kang in one movie and be like, okay, Quantumania, that's it, you're done?
I hope not.
That'd be terrible.
Dude, I think we have another 10 years of this shit.
Thank you. Yeah, I agree.
I hope so.
I mean, they juiced Thanos for like a decade. So I think you know what, when you bring it up that way, I think Quantumania, we will see a Kang that gets,
Kang.
He will show up and he'll get ended. And then, there'll be so many more though, right? Like
Kang Prime.
I hope so. I hope they don't burn through it like, okay, we're done, one movie, he's dead or whatever. They always kill their villains.
It'll probably feel that way. And then there'll be like a post-credit scene, and it'll be like another Kang.
I don't think they will too.
The whole entire Kang, what is it called? Like the group of Kangs.
Council of Kangs.
Yeah, awesome.
There you go.
That'd be great.
If Marvel's smart, I don't think they'll get rid of Kang very early, because Jonathan Majors, who plays Kang, he is getting more and more popular in film too. Like he's becoming an A-list star.
One. Did you guys watch that? The Western one? I forget what. The Harder They Fall.
The Harder They Fall on Netflix.
I've seen that.
To our corporate sponsors.
Yeah, that's right.
Wouldn't that be nice?
It was so good. Yeah.
Well, I did want to interject just real quick. I found the series I was speaking about, and it's funny.
Thank you.
It was back in 2015. It was actually called X-Men 92. And it's straight up. It was a digital first series that was coming out, part of the Secret Wars event that was going on at that time. It actually came out in 2016. And now that I'm following up on that, knowing that I didn't actually read it when it came out, and seeing like what probably happened with it, yeah, they probably won't use this for that comic book series. But it's like straight up, it's a comic book series. It's straight up the art, character design, everything.
It looks cool.
Like,
I'm looking at the wiki right now, and it does look like a cartoon.
Yeah, it looks just like the show. So yeah, that's the only reason I brought it up. I thought, man, that's like perfect fodder. But they could do anything with the X-Men. I mean,
true.
And we've seen the art style from the head artist, which I think, Jason, you were telling me is the same artist that was doing the character designs for What If?
Right. There's a lot of theories of what it's going to look like. People are like, yeah, it's going to look like, Marvel X-Men 96, and I'm like, I don't think so. It's going to look like, I think it's going to look like the What If show. But I mean, hopefully they're going to keep it more like 2D and not have their weird 3D animation for it.
I hope. I'm really tired of new animation.
Yeah, I'd like some cell shaded stuff, but I mean, if it was more like What If look in 3D, I'd be okay with it, but I don't think it'll be as popular. I think a lot of people would really hate it.
Yeah, I agree. I had the same feelings with What If when it came out, but I came around, so maybe if the stories are good enough, it won't matter.
Right.
I agree.
Exactly. That's how I feel about both Star Wars, Clone Wars, and Rebels. I'm not a fan of the animation at all. I really am not. But the stories really hold me in.
Best.
Right. Good call.
The story really holds me in. I can't get over. I can get over the animation pretty quickly, but it took me a minute to really just kind of get past it, because it was just like that 3D stuff kind of throws me off.
I could see the What If style working, like especially if they did the same type of character models that are very like blocky, but like do a cell shaded type thing with it, where there's less dimensions and it looks more like that traditional. Somebody was probably working in a slave animation studio for hours to make it.
Yeah.
No, but John, 100%. I will not take my sweatshirt off right now, but I have a Rebel Alliance tattoo right here. Like I
Hell
love
yeah.
Star Wars, and like I
Take it
didn't
off.
watch the Clone Wars for a very long time because I did not like the like the animation they had. Like like I'm very picky about animation. But
Right.
oh my god, the Clone Wars is so good. Like
Oh,
Ahsoka
it's
is
phenomenal.
my favorite Star Wars character now.
Same.
Wow.
Like
I love
you
Ahsoka.
know.
I've yet to watch
I'm
all
about to
those.
start the
I
Ahsoka
want
book
to.
actually.
I will watch those all eventually, but I just when there's everyone recommends their playlist for Clone Wars. You don't necessarily need to watch all the episodes, but it's like I'm one of those guys who's like I gotta, and it's gonna take.
Here's-
me time to do
Here's
it.
one thing I'll tell you, Jason. Watch them all, but go to the official Star Wars website because last year they did a rewatch and they reordered them in chronological order.
Oh.
And that's the only way to watch it, honestly,
Oh,
because
God.
the original run is so out of order
Yeah.
that they went ahead, they knew it and they went and fixed it. And it's so much better in chronological.
Okay. Well, if ever attempted, become brave enough, or have the time to do that before other pop culture stuff that's popping up, then I will attempt that. I guess. Well, any last things you want to say about X-Men '97 before we move on?
Yeah, one thing I should say about X-Men '97 is why is it not X-Men '69?
Dang.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
It's just
Thank you.
Professor Xavier, he finally gets in his wheelchair and he buys his first pair of truck nuts that he puts on the back of the wheelchair. Like, later, bitches.
Yeah. Wolverine pops his claws and it's just a middle finger. That's
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, that makes
Exactly.
sense.
I love it. All right, well, I guess next one is like, what if season 2? What do you think about what if season 2 to go along with the animation from X-Men '97? I guess maybe we'll see the return of the Thanos zombie with the gauntlet, or do you think it's going to be continued in Marvel Zombies?
Well, we already know that they teased that episode with Gamora is supposedly in season 2.
That's
so
right.
there's one thing that we know, and
That's
then the
right.
other thing is they released a weird like teaser image of like Deadpool, Wolverine, Miles
for the
Morales
comics.
character.
I think it's different. I think it's different.
That's comics. I found
Oh,
out
it
about
is?
that
Oh, I'm
afterwards.
sorry.
Oh,
Yes.
thank God. Okay.
No.
Thank God.
When I shared it with you, I was like, "Oh my God, this is like, this is canon now. There's X-Men."
Right.
So for the comics, what if they're doing a couple? What if Miles Morales
I
was a couple
saw
different
that.
characters?
Okay.
What if?
And what if
Yeah, it's
Gwen?
like, what if Marvel warps? Yeah. It's like,
And what if Gwen Stacy was also a couple different too?
Well, they're opening up their Gwen Stacy verse.
I like that Gwen
sometime
Stacy
soon.
verse.
So you're gonna have Spider Gwen, Gwenpool, and there's
Gwenpool's
like
funny.
they have a big nice cover that I saw from some artists, and it has like Gwen as Thor, Gwen as Captain
Hell
America, Gwen as so many other, Gwen as Wolverine. That's like
That's so fun. I love that they
it's all
took
them
Gwen
flying
with
through the air.
It's so cool.
Yeah, I like Gwen. So
that's
that's
funny.
fun, and she has a great follling. But
Yeah,
that's a
she's
hot
cool.
speculator book because every single like Gwen character that gets a cover becomes like thousands of dollars, just in speculation point of view. So I recommend everyone pick up the first issue of Gwenverse.
Oh wow.
Yeah. When is that coming out?
Sometime soon in the next like 3 months. So
I don't know for sure, but I want to say like by April for sure.
I'm definitely gonna get that.
I guess what if season 2? Any words or last words on that?
I don't know. I don't really have any thoughts on season 2. I feel like we have so much ahead before that.
I'm
mean,
just
yeah.
super skeptical.
Yeah.
By the time
still.
by the
Right?
time
I
we
was very
get that, we could
skeptical
have
for
a
the-
totally different MCU. I mean,
Yeah.
we have 3 movies, but until then, and it's a whole shakeup.
Yeah,
So-
apparently, I guess their focus for what if season 2 is going to be about the newer movies we've gotten, like Shang-Chi, Eternals, and things like that.
That makes
so we can
sense.
see those kind of what if episodes, which is nice. That's pretty interesting. I like that take. I like that.
That's
I
cool.
like that.
Okay.
I think
Yeah.
they've got a good formula worked out for like they're doing episodes based usually on a movie with a spin. So it would
Right.
make sense they need to like let some more phases roll out. But
Yeah.
And one thing I'd like to bring up, and because he was the star, I think, of the first season of What If, is T'Challa's not coming back. Marvel will not recast T'Challa as
Shame.
anyone else.
I wish they would. Yeah.
yeah, I
Shame.
don't get it. It doesn't make any sense.
I think the character T'Challa is like way powerful than the actor. That's a huge bummer for me, in my opinion.
Yeah, I think it's the separation between the comics and the MCU. I feel like a lot of people who don't read the comics don't really understand that, and they just see Chadwick Boseman, which I get both sides.
Sure.
Like, but
Yeah.
I'm curious how long it's going to be until they do that, because they're going to do it.
That's a good point.
No, John, I get exactly what you're saying. Like, I mean, the first like real black superhero, like,
Exactly.
It does seem disrespectful to recast him. T'Challa's, you know, a different entity than that. But like, yeah, like
it's also kind of disrespectful to not recast him, in my opinion.
Yeah,
it's like
I think
if you
so too,
need to have if you want to have representation for a character like that, then why would you say, well, we're just not going to recast him? Like, Chadwick Boseman was amazing, but
Wakanda will still be represented. Like, you know, there's still Black Panther movies. You know, Wakanda's still represented. So, like, I mean, we'll see how they do it. Are they smart about it? Are they respectful about it? We'll see. But I do get the respect about, you know, saying, hey, let's hold off. Chadwick Boseman did really well.
I mean, I do agree with them not doing it so soon. Maybe in a Black Panther 3 or possibly a 4, but definitely
but
not
the rhetoric around it has been like they're not going to recast him, which everything you guys have just said, I agree with you, but I don't like hearing this like open-ended, we're not going to recast it. Like, that just seems wrong. But overall, I totally agree with you guys.
I love Chadwick Boseman. He was an amazing person. He did so many things great, you know, for culture wise and for people and, you know, human rights. Like, you know, he honestly did the best he could, and he was an amazing person. But like, you know, same as T'Challa though, you know, T'Challa is a fictional character, but he did so much more, you know.
You're absolutely correct.
Like, there's rumors about Black Panther 2. You know, were they going to make you know, Shuri the next Black Panther? Were they going to make Michael B. Jordan the next Black Panther? You know, because they've both been that in the comics. You know,
I don't think they'll make anybody Black Panther. I think it'll just be like an ensemble style. You know.
Yeah.
I mean,
around Wakanda superhero.
There's supposed to be a Dora Milaje TV show coming out also. So, you know, that was rumored back then. It was a Dora Milaje show. So that's, you know, I guess maybe they'll bookend with that.
No, I think it's still on the table too.
Interesting.
So I mean, I guess we're done with What If Season 2.
Let's talk about more of these shows. I mean, they announced so many more that are coming. Like, do y'all tell me, what is Echo? Like, is that I've seen Echo supposed to be in Hawkeye? Is that right?
So yeah, Echo might be in Hawkeye because she's Fisk's adoptive granddaughter or adoptive daughter.
That's
I'm
cool.
just excited because I just finished Daredevil, which is a phenomenal series. It's just good TV. It's just good TV in general.
The best of the Netflix.
When I was a boy,
it's phenomenal.
I'm more of a Jessica Jones stan, but Daredevil's great.
I don't think Jessica Jones show is as good as Daredevil, though. Personally, I don't think you could say that.
I love
that's why I'm saying I was more of one, but I get it. Like I
think the Echo show is a backdoor is the MCU backdoor bringing in Daredevil because they know the hype is there, and nobody knew about this Echo show because I think in the comics Echo is a villain to Daredevil, and then they end up working together. I think I can't remember, but and also they just know the hype. You know, there's this whole Charlie Cox Spider-Man, which I don't think is a thing. I don't think it's really happen.
I'm super skeptical.
That's what I was bringing up. There's still the idea that Charlie Cox might be Spider-Man's lawyer or whatever.
I would love that. I would absolutely love that.
None of us would say no to that. Yeah.
If they bring the Daredevil in the MCU and it's not Charlie Cox, I mean that's kind of a really stupid move. I know.
I agree, and same with whoever plays Wilson Fisk, Kingpin,
Fisk,
Ritter, as Jessica Jones too. I mean, all of them have done well. Like I didn't really give a shit about Iron Fist.
yeah,
Jason, you get it.
Yeah, I didn't even watch it. I gave up at that point.
I'm only watching Daredevil, honestly. I might watch Punisher. But
did y'all watch Defenders, which was supposed to be like, you know, the big Avengers style event for Netflix?
That was an Iron Fist.
I heard it's
story.
bad.
It was an Iron Fist story, so it wasn't any good.
Thank you. Yeah,
I didn't watch it either. I didn't watch it either.
It was terrible.
I only want to watch it because Daredevil's in it, and it takes.
It has Sigourney Weaver in it. It should have been amazing. I mean, like,
it should have.
But yeah,
I watched Luke Cage. I watched both seasons of Jessica Jones. I watched Punisher. I watched Daredevil. I did not watch Defenders, nor did I watch.
I fell off after Luke Cage. Like Luke Cage actually started to get to be a struggle to get through, and after that,
for real, I love 1 and 2. I like both seasons. Yeah.
I mean,
Wow.
I'm not saying I didn't like it. I'm just saying it got to be a slog, and there were so many things to watch that I was like, I find it harder and harder to get back to it. And once I felt that way, I didn't watch any of them anymore. You know,
Yeah.
it's kind of like the Agents of Shield. I couldn't get back to
enjoyed
that.
Jessica Jones.
I couldn't get through that. Yeah, I wish I could. I will attempt that one day. That's a lot of TV to
I
watch.
like
but
season 1 of Jessica Jones. You know, like some of these that you are
Yeah.
talking about, like
That was great.
I didn't think I ever saw season 2. There's a season 2 Jessica
That was
Jones.
good. Yeah, it was
Yes.
good.
I didn't know that.
I mean,
That was
maybe
good.
I've seen it and I don't remember, and that says something. But like, is there a season 2 of Luke Cage? Is that what you're telling me?
Yeah.
Wow,
Yeah.
I didn't know that either.
Yeah, it was good.
And
I
he's
really
great,
like season
too.
1 too. Yeah.
I've heard bad things about all these shows except for Punisher and Devil.
Daredevil. Yeah.
Those are the only two shows I've heard good things about.
I didn't
I
hear
mean,
anything
then again,
about
it doesn't involve
Punisher,
a
to
woman
be
or a
honest.
black man, so I understand why you
I know,
only hear
right?
things about those ones. Yeah.
Right?
You know,
Yeah,
but then again, you have
exactly.
Iron Fist, which is like has no excuse not to have like good news about it because it's a white dude, and there's
right.
like,
No,
everyone's like, yeah, it's a bad show.
I think it was genuinely just writing. Yeah.
And you know, that troubles
no,
me a
exactly.
lot.
There was this whole thing that was just like, hey, Danny Rand should be like an Asian man because of the
He finally
entire thing.
is.
It's like,
Yeah,
yeah,
finally.
100%. I get that, but he's not actually in the comics.
comics,
I don't even care about being close to the source material.
Right.
But like the source material is he's like a billionaire white man. Like
Yeah.
that somehow like fucking Bruce Wayne.
In the comics coming up
so,
sometime
like-
in like this
so-
month or two, like Iron Fist, Danny Rand, he's gonna give up being Iron Fist.
Yeah.
That's gonna take over the mantle. So like finally, that makes way more sense. Like I'm so happy.
Yeah.
Like, so it's gonna be
Who's it
great
gonna
for
be?
the character. Some new character they're introducing. to
Okay.
him.
I heard the rumors it was going to be Shang-Chi.
No. Yeah, he's
Yeah,
still.
it's
I mean,
weird.
Shang-Chi is so established now that
Yeah, I heard that. I was like, that's weird. Why would they make it
He's
him?
fighting like all the Avengers separately. He's fighting Captain America, Iron Man, Thor, all of them in their own like each issue, you know. And he's like somehow beats them some way. But he's doing great in his own little tiny series. I think it's like a little 6-issue miniseries he's going through right now. But like everyone likes reading it. So great stuff.
nice.
The one thing I will say about the shows is actually Punisher. John Bernthal playing Punisher is he's a great actor.
Yeah.
Like I've read all the Walking Dead comics. Great. I hated him in the show.
Yeah.
That's because he was a great actor.
Yeah, he's supposed to be hateable, right?
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
Exactly.
And he really made that happen. Like as Shane, I think was his name.
Yeah.
Shane.
Like I mean, like fucking, like actually, like I hated that actor because he was so good at that character.
I totally agree. I fell off of Walking Dead after season 2, and I mean, spoiler alert, but I think he dies like in season 2, or I can't remember actually.
So, if not earlier, yeah. I'm not a fan of the show. I read the first over 100 comics. Was very, very much a fan. Not so much a fan of the TV show after a while, but he did a great job.
Nice. Well, I
What do
don't
we
know
think,
what to take away from the whole Echo thing at this point, other than it's a Daredevil.
Oh,
Villain.
Daredevil
I-
backdoor.
Yeah.
It's a Daredevil backdoor for sure. I think that's
Okay.
all it is. I think
So
they're
we're gonna
just
see it
trying
in
to take
Hawkeye. Hopefully, this coming. I mean, so in Hawkeye, we're gonna have like what the new Black Widow and Echo in there.
Oh, really?
and possibly
Okay.
Fisk. Apparently, Fisk and Foggy
Right.
are confirmed for Hawkeye.
Really?
Interesting.
Confirmed. How so?
And Haley
Confirmed.
Steinfeld.
God damn it, John. Just like Thanos' ass, right? In
Yeah,
Eternals.
right?
Confirmed.
That's confirmed.
I think that's
Motherfucker.
more confirmed.
Well, that'd be great. I hope we see that.
I don't
I mean,
want to
why-
gloss over the fact that there's all these new shows announced, but there was like 3 shows they gave us our first look at, which was She-Hulk, Moon Knight,
She-Hulk.
and I guess Miss Marvel. We've seen some of that already, but like I thought it was super cool that we actually saw like a green woman on the screen, and we actually saw Isaac Oscar as
I'm excited for that.
As
he's
Moon
in
Knight,
character.
yeah.
I
That's
mean,
gonna be like the Daredevil show of Marvel. I think.
You
You
think?
know,
It looks like it.
It's gonna be street level. He's gonna be fighting people. Actually, like fight choreography every episode. I think it's gonna
excited
be
for
like
that.
straight up like Daredevil show, but like Moon Knight.
Yeah.
So
I mean, I'm
excited.
excited because, especially in the last 10 years, I've really enjoyed some Moon Knight comic book runs. But the character is fascinating from the get go, from wherever you pick up. And I don't know. I mean, like with Oscar Isaac as the character, I don't know. Oscar is a great actor. I don't think there's enough out there for this show, but in general, the idea of it gets me super excited. Like, I really want to watch this.
Yeah, no, I agree. Like, we'll see how it goes. And I really enjoy Oscar Isaac as an actor. And like, I didn't love Dune, but he did a great job in that. You know, I think it'll be awesome. You know, like,
I'm excited for it. Yeah.
yeah. I mean, none of the faults of Dune were his. He did a great job in his role. I think the faults of Dune were just like they just assumed they'd get a second Dune, and just like that's not how you make art.
Sure, but they did get approved for it like that week of, so I think they're good.
No, I mean they did. It did happen. Like fucking everybody.
Yeah.
Was
I mean, I have to disagree to say that's not how you make art. Like, if they had a vision for cinematic experience that was beyond
How to make
3
one,
hours, then why shouldn't they make it that way? You know, like
I
that
love
is
that,
to me the way to
honestly,
make art.
like, yeah,
Personally.
No.
I agree. I
agree
do think it
with what you're
was. I thought it was pretty bold for the movie to start out with part 1.
Yeah,
I thought that was pretty wild because nothing was confirmed yet, and it just said Dune Part 1, and I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
As soon as that happened, I was like, great. There's no conclusion.
Well, maybe that was like a strong arm move from Denis Villeneuve. Maybe he was like, "Fuck y'all, I'm gonna like."
Phil,
you're
I'm
gonna
getting what
give
you're
me
saying.
a second movie,
the
like
way that, yeah, the way that I would create art would be that way. But like fucking like if I've never been offered a multi-million-dollar contract or billion-dollar contract or whatever, I would not like have something that I created into on a cliffhanger if I didn't think that there could be a follow-up.
Well, that's
So
really
it's just
interesting correlation there about, you know, David Lynch did the first Dune movie, and he has probably one of the most renowned cliffhangers in, you know, TV.
Oh, wow.
He made a show, season 2 of Twin Peaks ends on a huge cliffhanger, and you know,
as season 3.
It does now have a season 3 because it took 25 years, you know, to get some.
And
maybe
season
there's something
3
to be
still a cliffhanger.
Yeah, I mean, you can take it that way.
Kind
I
of,
guess.
I think they kind of wrapped it up. I think that's it. But like, yeah,
personally, I don't
What's
see it as
supposed to be a cliffhanger?
I hate to go on a side on a Twin Peaks side rant, but it's like
No, let's absolutely go.
The
Twin Peaks
show
thing.
itself is a cliffhanger.
so like I think during that last episode, you realize that they're coming into our real life, like our dimension. You know, it's like
they fourth walled it.
They transferred into reality. They went from a fictional story into reality. So they're going to like a real gas station, like a real coffee shop. You know, like they're going to real places in real life. They went to the actual
that's
real
just
house.
Jason's theory. I mean, we don't know this.
They went to the actual real house of Laura Palmer's house, but it's like the actual person who owns it opened the door.
Right.
It's like reality. It's like they actually reached reality point in the show. They're in these fictional characters are in our reality now, and they like lost their mind. They like about what they are and what's going on. Like they reached our dimension. So that's my take on the end of Twin Peaks.
Whoa.
To me, the wildest thing is that Dale Cooper fucks Diane.
yeah.
Because in my mind, Dale Cooper doesn't fuck, dude. Dale Cooper's just dating.
Sure, but they
Really?
did it. They both did it out of necessity, not because they really wanted to. They did it because they had to. For like the mission, you know.
So how he has like the evil Dale has a son with Audrey.
Right.
It's like obviously just like no, Dale wouldn't do that. That's not Dale.
Well, I think
All
the worst part
cops are
about that is
bastards.
it was implied that it was like a child of rape or something. So I mean,
Yes, while she was in bed. Yeah,
that's a real dark version of Dale Cooper.
It's dark and it's about the evil Dale and.
Also with Audrey, that's like her breaking the fourth wall too. Like with her character in reality, like is she the actress playing herself? You know, like strange.
Wow. Is season 3 just about TV?
I think the whole show is about TV personally, but
yeah, it's about okay.
I mean, I think the first 2 seasons weren't
like,
taken that way, but
banger soundtracks.
Sure, yeah. You know, I wish someone would make a continuation of the soap opera series inside Twin Peaks, make that a new show. Like I wish that was his new show. Was like those characters in that show continued.
That'd be nuts. That'd be such a David Lynch thing. That is so David Lynch.
I have a friend that.
So my idea now is a CW show, Twin Peaks High.
Oh my god.
Yeah, like a
Were you gonna
Riverdale
say, Phil?
style.
You said you had a friend.
Yeah.
I have a friend who
Riverdale.
really wants to make like a biopic style, show about the making of Twin Peaks, which I just think that could get really weird really fast. Like where it starts out with actors acting as the actors in Twin Peaks, but suddenly it goes sideways real fast into some meta narrative bullshit. Like
Too much. Yeah.
Oh, sure. Too much. I mean, it's not my idea. Shout out to Christian Hartleben, I think is how you pronounce. Christian is a admin of like Twin Peaks log posting and huge fan of Twin Peaks. So I don't want to like act like I'm taking his idea because that's something he's been working on for a long time. So I'm just gonna shout him out for that idea. It's amazing.
Hell yeah.
Oh damn, y'all, we've been going for like over an hour. I don't know if you guys want to keep going or if we're just gonna have to call it and pick up on some of these subjects next week.
Well, I do want to finish this subject we had. We're talking about She-Hulk, Moon Knight, and Miss Marvel. I do want to say, like, Miss Marvel, like, our predictions, what do you think for what's going to happen? Because, like, will she be an Inhuman? There's rumors that they're not going to do it. People are like, will she be a mutant? And people are like, no, probably not. So they're going to give her, like, new powers then? Because they don't want to make her like Mr. Fantastic from Fantastic Four, which is coming out. They want to give her the same power set, stretches.
Too.
So it's like, so there's rumors they're going to give her whole new powers, whole new background, whole new origin. So is she gonna?
Like they'd have to be rewriting this show, like right now to do that.
Yes. Oh, I mean, I guess there's rumors that she's gonna make light constructs like Green Lantern. Just like light constructs instead.
Yeah.
So that makes kind of a interesting subset or power set. So that's kind of a good take. I think maybe.
I think it's kind of weird that they don't want to give her those stretching powers because they don't want like too many characters to have stretching powers. But
sure,
how many speedsters are already in the MCU?
Right.
How many?
Technically, yeah, I don't know.
Right. Also, if we've learned anything, everybody enjoys Mrs. Incredible's dunk truck ass. So, like, fucking, like,
Yes.
like we're okay with it.
So we're all looking forward to the Fantastic Four for that reason, for sure. So we can finally get some of that energy in the MCU. I know that's not
we need to
Sue Storm's
powers,
but yeah.
MCU, yeah.
I guess.
Go ahead.
If we want to,
I only want to see Thanos' ass.
I do want to blow through the rest of the topics real quick before instead of ending it right away. Like our first look at Nick Fury and Secret Invasion and who we think is a Skrull and MCU predictions.
Oof! I can't wait for Secret Invasion. I'm so hyped for that. I have been hyped for that for a long time now.
Y'all keep this going.
We already know.
Back.
Yep. Cool. We already know Nick Fury is a Skrull. I mean, we saw it at the end of Home or Far From Home.
Right.
So I'm curious if that Nick Fury that we've seen the teaser of is the Skrull. But I'm curious
how long that character's been the Skrull.
Yeah,
is what you're wondering.
I really want the MCU Secret Invasion to have the same impact as the comic.
Me too.
The comic was huge. It was shocking. It was shocking. I mean, it was like, oh, by the way, all of these characters have been Skrulls for possibly decades.
Right.
And so that's what I want from the show. I want to be like, oh shit, Captain America was actually a Skrull, or I want some shocking shit to happen. I want Tony Stark to walk out as a human and be like the one who died was a Skrull. Like that would just be nuts.
Yeah, that'd be amazing. Yeah,
it'd be nuts.
No, I'm so interested in that because like that was one of the best arcs I've ever read, and it did have a lot of ramifications for Marvel. The comic
shook things up.
It seems like, from what I've read about how it's going to affect the MCU, much smaller. But that said, like, they do have to reset things. Like, I mean, all of the Avengers are out of a contract now.
Pretty much.
I don't want them to be like, hey, they were all Skrulls, because that'd be stupid.
Right.
That would be funny as fuck.
yeah. But it's interesting to see. I'm interested to see how they'll do that. And like the thing is like with Secret Invasion, they were all bad. And how the MCU has set it up is the Skrulls aren't bad.
Yeah, I'm curious about that. Exactly. Yeah. They were true villains in the comics, and
I think we'll
here in MCU they seem like they might be allies. I don't know.
Yeah, I think John might be a Skrull right now. You on the video feed. This is wild.
Okay, you guys have seen that too? Yeah.
John, are you a Skrull, man?
He's a Skrull, man.
I'm a Skrull.
That was crazy.
I thought it was just me. I had to go check a couple different ones and be like, okay, all right.
Oh my god, I think
like on YouTube also.
What's it doing?
It just looks like some kind of filter or something. I don't know.
You look like a ASAP Rocky video or something.
Nice. I love it. Well, I want to ask, so you guys know with the Nick Fury situation, like he has clearly the cat scratch across his eye. I feel like the scratch goes like way beyond what it would have been like in all, like normally just as an eye patch, but then like with no eye patch, suddenly these scars are like, you know,
across
like,
his face.
yeah, Kylo Ren situation with the scars going on. Like, I don't know.
Good soup.
Good soup?
Have you guys seen that TikTok? So it's
No, I haven't.
Adam Driver who plays Kylo Ren. There's an episode of Girls that he was in way before any of his Star Wars stuff, and it's become like a TikTokable moment where they're at a diner, he's like whittling it down, and he eats some soup and he takes a sip and he's just like, good soup. and like it's become like super TikTokable. Like just that's it.
Good soup.
Just,
All right.
good soup.
Wow.
Yeah, I watch all of Girls. Regretfully, I didn't like that show probably ever at any point, even though I kept watching it. But yeah, Adam Driver was pretty much in all of that show. So I mean,
I didn't dislike him. I mean, I enjoyed the show enough, actually.
I hated that show so much. I saw a handful of episodes, and whatever I saw,
distilled millennial cringe, like so hard. Like I just can't.
And whatever, I hated the story, I hated the characters, and also I hated the actors because they were all like privileged children. They're all rich kids in real life, and like I was like, wow, every single kid in the show is like a rich kid from some rich family. Either it'd be like a news anchor's daughter or something. Like they're all like
Allison.
Oh my god! I was like, wow, like this show is pure privilege, and it was like trash. In and out. Like I hated that show so much. It's like the worst Americana thing we could ever have.
No, I think it was good writing, but like I felt the same way. It was just like, oh my god, like fucking like. Yeah, I mean, if I had a lot of money and my parents were rich, I'd also be able to make boys, I guess.
Me and the boys.
Though I would
the
say,
only thing
though,
worse.
Entourage Part 2.
It wouldn't be with the Y though. It'd be with an I. B-O-I.
Yeah.
Probably also a Z.
Nice. That's a good
like,
idea.
come on, let's be self-aware.
The boys.
Frogs
B-O-I
and that boys.
Z.
All right, guys, I got to wrap it up. Is there anything else we
man.
want to hit on? I got probably literally less than 5 minutes, and I got to.
Let's wrap it up with like the last thing of like other stuff we're watching. So we got Cowboy Bebop in there and other things in pop culture. Wheel of Time. Phil, you're watching Wheel of Time?
Yeah, I watched all the Wheel of Time. They released 3 episodes on Thursday night. It was supposed to come out on Friday, but they released it all on Thursday, like early enough on Thursday that I could watch it without staying up late or anything. I'm super like hypercritical because I did read all the books and I love them. They're not without flaws as books, but this show did a pretty good job. Without like getting into it, I would say if you were if you enjoyed the on-screen experience of Game of Thrones, I didn't read the book, so I can't speak to Game of Thrones as a book. But like, I think that show that Wheel of Time has something to offer for fans of that were left disappointed. There's a lot more from the books to pull on for the Wheel of Time, and I feel like they're off to a good start. I feel like what they did with it is different from the books, but for the most part, it was really good and fun. I've honestly been thinking about it like all weekend since I watched it. So,
how many books are there?
14.
Oh, damn!
Holy shit!
Wow,
Jesus Christ.
Okay.
Are there audiobooks?
Thoughts about the
There
series.
are audio. Here's one of them right here. This is actually the last one. Look at that.
Jesus.
That's one book. There's 14 of those.
They're not all that thick, but they do get
like
over 1,000 pages. And the author actually died before he completed the series, and like his estate had to bring on another author to work from his notes and finish it. So shit is crazy.
Holy shit.
A Tom Clancy novel, bro. That's huge, just thick.
Yeah, we were talking about this yesterday, and I was just like, yeah, like I've read all the Game of Thrones, like I've read all the Song of Ice and Fire's things, and I've watched the entire thing, and the last 2 seasons suck in comparison to what I've read, but I'm very excited to watch Wheel of Time, and the fact that there was 14 fucking novels of source material, and you're enjoying what you watched so far, like yeah, I'm in.
That's cool. Yeah.
I mean, I would love for people to watch it because I feel like unless the series gets like, 6 seasons or something, you won't get to the best parts of the story. Like it's a very
Oh
like it's
man.
a very building layered story, and if you can see it through, like I don't want to be one of those read another book people, but like Harry Potter is cool because you watch these kids in the movies. It's cool because you really do get to watch these kids get older through these movies, and if they can do that with this TV show, then you're going to see some really cool stuff happen with these characters. But
Yeah.
it can't, like, if it gets canceled after 2 seasons, it can't, it can't do what the books did that fast.
Yeah, yeah. And good point you made. I don't want to shit on people that love Harry Potter. Like, yeah, sure, read another book, but like fucking so good for them to find something that they really enjoyed and did.
Oh, yeah.
Like fucking so cool. Like
I mean,
like
I enjoyed it all. I didn't read the books, but
like,
I enjoyed the movies for sure.
yeah, yeah. I mean,
I love the books.
yeah, Star Wars was that for me. So like,
Yeah.
why should I shit on someone that really loves Harry Potter? Like that's very
That's-
cool. Like I get that like the Harry Potter adults can seem problematic. Like we all understand that, but like also like
All
people
fandoms are
like
problematic.
us, like we're doing a whole like comic sci-fi podcast. A lot of people like us
Fair.
are fucking problematic shit too.
Exactly.
Like fucking like as long as they're not like racist or sexist or transphobic, let them enjoy it.
Yeah, I think the most innocent fandoms are Mouse and the Motorcycle and Ending in the Cupboard.
Wow.
Amazing. I haven't thought of this.
Do not do magic. You do not understand.
I read those once when I was a kid, and never again. But you know what? I'm still a fan, I guess. I don't know.
Hell yeah.
I think it seems bad for me to just cut it off because we got. Why don't you guys keep going? Talk about the Cowboy Bebop. I'm just gonna go put Goldie to bed, and I'll be back in about 5 minutes. Let's just keep it going.
That's
Sure,
fine.
sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sounds good, man. Yeah.
Before you take off your headphones, can you tell Goldie that we all love her?
Oh, of
There you
course,
go.
yeah, absolutely.
She
I'll
doesn't
tell
know who
her
we are.
that John, Jason, and Lucas say nighty night. I'll be right back. But
Yes!
y'all keep
Cool.
it going. It seems like it's
All right.
ridiculous to stop with all that we have to talk about. So I'll be right
No,
back.
All right, man.
that's
Sounds
all
good.
I want.
I too have to use the restroom really bad and get another beer, so I will be back in like 10, 30 seconds.
Understandable. I brought some alcohol here.
I love that I'm not drinking alone. Keep it going.
Not
I'll be
normally
right back.
on Sundays. Yeah. Oh, John. Yeah, of course.
I gotta commit the pee.
Dude, Pete's on. I get it.
All right. Right.
All right. Welcome back, bud.
Hey. We were talking about Star Wars earlier. I just recently started a new book. The new Star Wars book just came out last week.
Expanded universe stuff. Yeah. Hell yeah.
Yeah, it's the third in a trilogy of the new Thrawn book. It's like his new canon origins, which they're really good. The Thrawn books are phenomenal.
The Thrawn books are great, and I was so stoked to see Thrawn and Rebels.
Yeah,
Like that's
I
where
am-
it has to go, right? Like I hope whatever's
Yeah,
next is where it goes.
Yeah, I think we're gonna see a lot of Thrawn. I think Thrawn's gonna be the next big bad in Star Wars. I'm really hoping in live action Star Wars.
And let me show you real quick. This is my one thing I have on my desk.
Nice. It's adult Yoda.
Whole adult
Damn.
Yoda. Yeah. I mean, cool. Yeah, Baby Yoda is cool. Grogu, is cool, but Yoda is the best. Like real Yoda.
My youngest pug is called Go-Go, and so she's trying to learn her name. She's like a puppy still. So we're like, Go-Go, and Go-Go, Go-Go. And we're like, Grogu, and she looks. We're like, is your name
God.
Grogu now?
I love that.
You having like a pug screen name makes so much more sense now.
Oh yeah.
Evil pug. Is your pug evil?
I've had some evil pugs in the past. Not really. No, they've all been sweethearts. They've been the best. I had one miniature pincher who was actually evil, and he loved me though, not my wife. Even though it was technically her dog first.
That's fair. Yeah. And miniature pincher makes more sense. Like fucking like what in the Omen they were. I think the bad like the evil dog was a Doberman pincher.
You're right. Yeah. So that makes sense. It's a mini me pincher. Yeah. I always wanted to read those any Star Wars books. I read one growing up as a kid, and I think it was in middle school, and it was like an IG-88 book, and it was like
nice.
Him hunting down I think Boba Fett and like other bounty hunters, and it was pretty sick. And I was like remember like I thought it was amazing. I bought it in a grocery store. It looked so cool to me, and I was like so obsessed with it.
Yeah.
And I it was so cool to see I guess IG-11 in the new Mandalorian show. And I was just stoked just to see that droid form, and the thought of more droids like and bounty hunters being out there in that droid form. I love IG-88 so much, and I really hope they introduce more of the new Star Wars characters that are in the comics that are like evil versions. Like there's like evil C-3PO kind of version. There's like he's like I think all like black. I think
they teased at him at the end of the newest movie with his red eyes.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Yes. That'd be great. Yeah.
Jason,
Sith 3PO.
I know John has. Did you watch Rebels, like the 3-day, 3D animated show?
No, I didn't watch any. I didn't watch Clone Wars or Rebels. The last one I started watching was the Suicide Squad one.
Rogue One.
Yes. No, not Rogue One.
Bad Batch.
Bad Batch. Thank you.
Bad Batch. Yeah.
Yes. I watched like
Suicide
7
Squad,
episodes of Bad Batch.
Is like animated.
Yeah, I watched like 7 or 10 episodes of Bad Batch, and I liked that a lot. And I forgot about it, and I had other things I was watching, but like that's the last thing Star Wars related I watched, and I'd like to finish the show, but I knew all the other shows were a build up to that. So
I try to share most things that I find out about immediately with you guys in the chat. So maybe John knows, maybe not. Sabine Wren is confirmed for the Book of Boba Fett.
Interesting. I'm curious. I don't know. Book of Boba Fett, huh?
Do we know when that's coming out?
December.
In December.
No, in like December. Yeah, it's very
soon,
actually.
Wow, okay. Because some reason my wife is like, when are we going to get Mandalorian season 3? I'm like, I don't think we're getting that.
It's for Book of Boba Fett. It might be for Mandalorian, but it's for like one of those.
I think I would leave it for Mandalorian or possibly even the Ahsoka show, because I think the Ahsoka show is going to pick up right after Rebels.
That's what I'm so excited for. Like,
I'm about to start the Ahsoka book, which takes place right after she leaves the Jedi Order. So I'm curious.
Yeah. Well, before I watched the Clone Wars, my favorite character was Obi-Wan, and Obi-Wan's great. Like, I mean, he will probably always be like the best, but like, watching Clone Wars, Ahsoka was, and that's kind of how I feel like I follow a lot of these things. Like, Arya Stark was my favorite in Game of Thrones. Like, I like these younger girls that are like scrappy and can do their own thing. I'm really curious. I really like Ahsoka because she's just kind of like,
she's the future of the Jedi, as what I'm seeing. Her and Ezra, they're the future of the Jedi, because the Jedi of what we know are just kind of they're idiots. They're not really
They're like monks that are not cool.
yeah, they're just really full of themselves. And
Yeah.
I thought it was really cool when Ahsoka just turned her head. She's like, you know what, fuck y'all. I'm gonna go do my own thing. I'm gonna go kill a fucking Inquisitor and then get white lightsabers, which that's pretty cool. I can't wait to see that in live action.
Yeah. Well,
Do you think we'll get some like gray Jedis? Do you think we'll see some middle ground stuff coming?
I don't know, because
I think
don't know.
first show probably.
I don't think Star Wars has decanonized the gray Jedi, so I'm not sure how they're gonna do that. Yeah, but Qui-Gon was the gray Jedi, so.
Interesting. I did not know that.
Bringing her back, I think. Like, I mean, she left the Jedi Order, and like, obviously, she's not evil. She's not bad. Like,
no, she's not evil.
Yeah. She's
better than Jedi Order.
Yeah. She's honestly more light side than a lot of them. But it was just like, hey, like Obi-Wan, who was my master's master, follows too much of the rules, and Anakin, who is my master, is like super unhinged.
Yeah.
Bad teacher. Yeah.
Yeah. I love it. I love Clone Wars, because up until Clone Wars, I hated Anakin and I loved Obi-Wan. And then I watched Clone Wars and I fell in love with Anakin. They gave him so much more context and so much more character and growth. And I was like, holy crap, I love Anakin. Obi-Wan's kind of an annoying, like, naggy dad. But like now it's just like they switched roles in the show. They really gave these characters more context and like filled them in. And now I feel more for Anakin. If I hadn't watched Clone Wars, I would have just been like, fuck that credit.
Oh, no. Anakin fucking sucks otherwise. And don't get me wrong, like Obi-Wan, still always my favorite.
Right.
And otherwise Ahsoka. So there's a hierarchy before Anakin. But yeah, it makes more sense. For sure. Like I don't know, that in the films is just like suddenly he becomes bad, and it's just like, well, he had a lot of bad shit happening in his life. I get it. And then like in this is like, no, it's gradual. Like he was like the prime good guy in Clone Wars for a very long time. Like he was just like, this is the best Jedi general ever to happen, and we never saw that in films.
No.
Do you guys have a favorite Star Wars book that you've read? I always wanted to read the Darth Plagueis one, because do you know the story of Darth Plagueis the Wise? And I want to hear about his story and how like he was like Emperor Palpatine's like mentor, like getting all the tricks from, and of course Emperor Palpatine learned his lessons from Darth Plagueis and betrayed him in the end and killed him. And it's like he was supposed to be like the unbeatable,
he's got some cool books,
emperor type person, so it's like I would love to read about him. And so I really want to read that book, but like I don't know if you guys recommend that book or have any ones you would recommend.
Well, what I would tell you is that story, it's not one that Jedi would tell you.
I would recommend Heir to the Empire. That's the first that is the first like Star Wars book that exploded the expanded canon. I think it had been almost a decade since anything Star Wars had come out when this book had came out. It came out right after A New Hope, basically. Like, so it had expanded the whole Star Wars universe. It was the first of its kind, and it introduced Thrawn. He's a 30-year-old character at this point. So that whole trilogy itself is phenomenal, and it's legendary within Star Wars. Like, Heir to the Empire is probably where you should start. It's pretty good, and it's just it's kind of where the live action Star Wars is going down. They seem to be going down that path right now. So I would recommend reading those, just kind of get a grip. Yeah.
If you watch Rebels, I think they're taking the on-screen universe of Star Wars to Thrawn.
Absolutely. The two, Jon Favreau and the other dude, Dave Filoni, they both have talked about they're huge fans of the books and the original extended canon before Disney retconned everything. And so they really want to do stories that were from Heir to the Empire. They want to give Luke some more screen time, which he had a lot of stuff going on in the books, and they want to give him that, and they want to have Ahsoka and Luke meet, which I think would be phenomenal.
Absolutely. I think it's necessary too at this point.
Yeah.
You know, and I
Absolutely.
think like I think that's why a lot of people hate Kathleen Kennedy is because she canceled all the the books, all the legacy books or whatever. Like,
Yeah.
you know, and I think a lot of them are fantastic, and I think they're like from
They are amazing.
From what I've heard, it's like they're great and they expand on the universe properly and respectfully. And it was too much information for them to translate for like cinema wise, so I understand why they did that. There's so much canon, so I was like, yeah, we need to get rid of all this so we can tell our own stories. That makes sense, but it's like now you can pick and choose from what you want to, you know, from the past.
Yeah,
so that's great that these guys have such a love of Star Wars and a fandom that they respect those too, and they want to bring in their favorite stories into the canon. That makes way more sense, and it's a good business pattern, in my opinion.
Yeah,
so.
absolutely.
Yeah, and I get feeling upset about how like some of the expanded universe does not fit in anymore. Like I get that there's so much lore. I mean, for
so much lore,
decades worth. Longer than we have been alive, all of us collectively.
Yeah.
I mean, but I have dived into a section of Star Wars lore that could be its own 9 movies, and it's all canon, and it takes place outside of the known Star Wars universe. Like it's its own thing.
Sweet.
No,
it's phenomenal. Yeah,
and so much of it's great, but like I will say, like I actually would not turn that in for like Clone Wars and Ahsoka and like what they have created. They did create a very special good thing that's new. Surprisingly, which is great.
Yeah. Do you think we'll ever see a Star Wars What If show on Disney Plus? You know, like we'll see the Star Wars Zombies. That was a book, right? The Star Wars Zombies.
Yeah, it was a book.
Zombies. That'd be really cool.
Well, what about that new animation show? I feel like that's almost a what if of Star Wars, is it not?
Like the anime one.
Yeah. I mean, not explicitly what if, but you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So there's a Halloween special that came out just a couple months ago. It's the Lego Star Wars Halloween special. And the last story in it is a what if story. And it is a what if Luke Skywalker immediately joined the Empire.
Wow.
And it's really funny. Yeah. It's really interesting. But
that's awesome.
that last story is totally what if.
And the guy that like is the narrator is like is like the like kind of
he's like the caretaker or Darth Vader's assistant or some shit like that.
Assistant is a good word. He's like the assistant to Darth Palpatine.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
He answers all the calls. Lord Palpatine, we have. You know,
he's
the government asks you for your taxes again. He's like, no, I say I'm going to pay them in cryptocurrency.
What's funny about that Halloween special is the whole synopsis is they took over Darth Vader's old mansion on Mustafar, and they're converting it into a hotel for rich Empire higher ups.
To a hotel? That's amazing.
Yeah, they turned it into a hotel for higher ups in the Empire.
Is it haunted or like?
It's haunted. Yeah.
Yes, that's amazing.
Because the one story should be that capitalism is the dark side.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
It's so good. I love that.
It's really funny. I recommend watching it. It's only like 45 minutes, but it's just a really fun watch.
What's it called?
It's I think it's literally Star Wars Lego Halloween or something like that.
Yeah, it's something like that. Like yeah.
They had a short
I couldn't tell you what it is. My family watched it first. And they're like, "Can you tell us about these characters?" And I was like,
It's ridiculous.
What are you talking about?
Yeah. And then I watched it. I was like, "Okay, yeah, I get this."
What a random tangent of like canon to go down like a Lego Star Wars what if. I mean, there's so many like Lego Marvel Cinematic Star Wars what if
and that's like just
peanut butter jelly sandwich.
Like that's specifically the Lego universe.
Right, yeah, exactly.
Just that one.
Lego isn't canon, so
right.
Yeah. Also, like pre-COVID, there was a Star Wars Lego Christmas episode.
Wow.
Yeah, that one, Rey goes back in time and meets all of the Star Wars characters. Like she meets Han, everybody that it just doesn't seem possible. That's why it's not canon.
Yeah.
What do we think the Star Wars special is going to be? I mean, not Guardians of the Galaxy Christmas special coming up sometime soon.
Oh, I'm excited for that. That's going to be funny, I think.
So is it not going to be this year? I mean, does that just...
I thought it was going to be this year. Is it not?
I think
it's next year. Is it this year?
That makes
I
more
think it's
sense.
this year.
That makes
Let
more
me
sense.
look it up.
I mean, you
Yeah,
would think
please.
that if it's a thing like that they're talking about, it would be this year, but maybe they're just like really
Starting
teasing it.
filming.
Like,
I mean,
Right.
let's be honest. If Groot doesn't turn into a Christmas tree, what's the point?
Wow.
Thank you,
Good
yeah.
call. Oh man, that's magical.
what
I
if
love
Groot
that.
was an evergreen tree instead of a oak tree or whatever?
And your my what if wouldn't even be like what if Groot was a Christmas tree. My what if would be like what if Vin Diesel was a Christmas tree.
Okay, so it's
Family.
not coming out this year because production started on November 8th.
Yeah, that makes
okay.
sense.
Yeah.
You know,
So-
that's fine.
But it's going to be Disney Plus only, I think. It says
Yeah.
a television special.
Do we think he's going to be, because he's, we had the notorious Star Wars Christmas special where it started off with, what is it? Chewbacca species? Are they Wookiees? Is that it?
Yeah,
Wookiees,
Wookiees, and they celebrate
it started
Life
off
Day.
with Wookiees talking
Chewbacca's
for like
wife
10
and
minutes.
child and like a grandparent.
So it
Yeah.
had Wookiees talking to each other like for 10 minutes, just going back and forth for 10 minutes. Are we going to have a starting like that?
A masterpiece.
Of just
Like,
Groots?
Groot.
Yeah.
I am Groot. I am Groot. I am Groot. I am Groot.
I hope so.
Back
Oh,
and forth.
no.
Does
I
that
hope so.
happen? Like a whole family of Groots? That'd be
A
great.
true masterpiece.
Yeah. I think we're going to see some good callbacks to that Christmas special. I got to watch that before that airs, like for sure.
Oh yeah,
I hope I hope they put that Christmas special on Disney Plus. They haven't done
it's
that.
not on
They're
there.
slowly
Yeah.
adding old Star
they
Wars.
have-
I
Walking
feel like that
was
one's
on there.
supposed to be
Yeah.
gone on purpose. Like, I don't think they want that to be up there.
Have you guys watched it?
No.
Yeah, I have.
I have not.
But the thing
No.
is, they did canonize Life Day, and Life Day is from that Christmas special.
Mm.
So I
Yes.
don't see why they wouldn't bring that in.
That whole show, though, I would say is like a fever dream. It's fucking wild as shit, and like not even in a good way, but like you can't stop watching.
That's amazing. Yeah,
Can we talk about, like, since you guys brought up Guardians of the Galaxy holiday special, can we talk about the fact that they've cast Adam Warlock in Guardians of the Galaxy
Right.
3? I think that's, to
my
me, that's
brow's
pretty
boy.
huge. I mean, Will Poulter, which I think he is in, like, the most memorable thing I can think of him is from
due date?
Due Date. Wasn't he also in Breaking Bad at one point? And he's like a really
Yes, I think he
despicable.
was.
But yeah, I didn't think he had it in him, but I've seen more recent pictures that make me think this
He's
is
ripped.
interesting. Like,
Well, so I think the one thing that maybe sold me on him being a good actor was he was in that one like Choose Your Own Adventure
Maze Runner?
oh yeah,
Black Mirror.
yeah.
Oh, interesting.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah,
I didn't
there,
watch.
there was
I
a
didn't
Black
watch it.
Mirror movie that was like Choose Your Own Adventure, and he was like the main, not the main character, but like he was like the guy that like created in that movie, like created the algorithm and the software for that.
I'm trying to think of what that was called. It's like one word. I'm looking it up, but for some reason it can't.
Bandersnatch.
Yeah, there we go. Thank you.
Yep, Bandersnatch. You got it.
Yeah, from Alice in Wonderland. Yeah.
Oh
There's
wow.
a great 60s song
John
I'm aware of.
just sent a
I see it,
picture.
John.
Well, yeah. I mean, he's got the Marvel treatment. They're
Ripped.
bulking him up.
He's
As
getting
they
it.
do.
He is ripped.
I would love to be in a Marvel movie just for the fact that someone would like bankroll me to get in shape. Like that would be great.
Dude, same.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah.
Like it would still suck. I'm not gonna act like these people didn't put in work, but you know, if you're getting paid for it and you got the support of these trainers, nutritionists, and all that, that I don't know how they do it. I don't know what I'm talking
Yeah.
about.
Oh, sorry that you have to give me millions of dollars to have a six pack.
Well, I mean, I
I'm
think
sure it's
Chris
a
Pratt
lot of
is a
hard
great
work.
example. You know, we all know him from Parks and Recreation, and he's like this.
Chubby.
You know, yeah, he's not ripped or in shape at all, and like he became Star-Lord. Like,
Yeah.
it's like flipping a switch
Well,
or something to us. You know,
And
Right.
now we know him as being kind of a shitbag.
yeah,
for
not
sure.
big into Chris Pratt
Everyone
these
ate.
days at all.
Yeah, I wish that'd be amazing to get paid to just to work out and get buff and eat right. You know, eat healthy and live healthy. Yeah, that's a dream, and then you get paid more on top of that for acting. Like, yeah, that's a huge goal. That's fantastic.
I want to know,
I
like,
think
who is the
everybody
person
does
that
this.
like is in charge of like making sure people look like superheroes for Marvel? I feel like there's got to be like a
Yeah.
person that's like,
Oh,
there's
man.
like people casting and writing and directing, and then there's just like this person that's like, yeah, I'm gonna make sure you're in shape. Like, who is that person? Like,
Could you imagine if like the actor was not on board? They're like, "Yeah, I'm gonna eat whatever I want. You're not gonna get that out of me." You're like, "God damn it! Like you're making my job so hard, and I don't know what to do with you."
I don't know who's in charge of that. Like, but I mean, I have read about it because there was a point like before, like I had more of a professional job before COVID. I worked from home and like worked out all the time. And I was just like, how can I possibly get like a six pack like that? And I finally read about it, and like the dudes in the Marvel movies, like Chris Hemsworth as Thor, like passed out on set multiple times because
Wow.
to get them looking that muscular and like have muscularity, they needed to be like so dehydrated.
yeah, I was just saying,
And I was just
like,
like, oh.
dehydrated, right?
Wow.
Yeah, and it was like, oh, this isn't actually an attainable thing.
What about Kumail Nanjiani for the Eternals? Man, people were talking about him
Oh,
for like a year because he was just like so.
He got
ripped.
Yeah, he got ripped way before he got casted, though. That was his
Oh,
own
really?
journey.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
I thought those
yeah,
were
he
connected.
He was ripped years ago. It was just a thing. I think he just did it because I've been following him on Instagram for a long time, and I've just been watching that ripped journey.
Well,
I got a very fast metabolism, so I'm naturally ripped. And, back in my younger days, I was like ultra ripped and extra bulky for no reason.
What?
And
I didn't know this about you, Jason.
Yeah, I'm like in my late 30s, and now I'm still like have a six pack. I'm still like have like chest and like
what is happening
muscle.
right now?
Holy shit,
in the world, dude.
But it's
Why
like,
are you always wearing like long sleeve shirts and stuff? This is fucked up. We could have way more viewers right now.
We could have Will Poulter, Jason.
Yeah, you got to take your shirt off, bro. Like what?
God,
take your shirt off.
What?
I've done that on stream once before. Like with my common friends. If you guys are watching, you can watch me. You shout out, say what I did in the video. Because like we did one of our online comic friends, Comic Jabroni, he passed away, and we all had shirts off for Jabroni because he used to work out and stream his like live daily workout all the time. And so we all did a live stream that night and did shirts off for Jabroni. And people were like, "You're ripped." I was like, "I don't do anything. I work all day, and sometimes I carry heavy things every now and then." But like back in my day, I was like ultra ripped.
Damn.
And I wish I was paid to do that because I would be like gigantic. I think that'd be amazing. I wish to have a good diet with like someone pay for my food and exercise. Yeah, I'd be down. I'd love to be an Arnold Schwarzenegger special Stallone someday, but like not that bulky really. But I mean like be fun.
Wow, this is quite a revelation, man. I gotta like, I gotta marinate on this, and
I wish I was kind of fat though because like my metabolism's so fast. I'm always hungry. And
Shut
that's like
up, Jason.
That's like constant pain.
This is not doing it. This is not helping you at all right now.
I'm so hungry.
I wish things were hard, but they're not.
I wish. Oh man, I wish I didn't have so many girlfriends. And I wish I wasn't so rich.
People are like, oh wow, you're so like thin and whatever. I'm like, I'm hungry all the time. I'm starving constantly, and I can't eat enough. And people are like, this will end in your early 30s. You get fat in your mid 30s. I'm like, no, it's still not happening. I'm still going strong. I wish I would because I'm starving all the time.
Damn.
Okay.
What a problem.
I'm gonna send you some meat trays.
We don't want that problem, Max.
Some meat trays.
Please, send me the food. I need.
I'm gonna send you some livestock.
I'm sorry, guys. I know we're on a Star Wars tangent and everything else. I mean, is there any last things we should talk about? I love hanging with you guys. I know, Phil, you're a dad. You gotta, do your family thing. And I'm glad you got Goldie. We love you, Goldie. You got her to rest.
She's in bed. I'm good. I don't know if I have anything else on the list, though. I think that was a good show.
I wish.
Yeah, I'm getting tired too.
Face, I love her.
That was a great high point to end on, is Jason's revelation of being like super ripped. Like, I don't think we can go out on a better note than that.
He's going to be in the new Marvel movie.
That'd be amazing.
Oh, Jason's the new Icarus.
He's going to be the new Spider-Man.
Yeah,
Oh
you
my
could be
God.
Spider-Man 2099, right?
I don't know who would want to be in the Marvel universe if they were to like cast anybody. Oh man, that's a fun
Well, I think
idea.
we need a new Daredevil. We need
Mm.
all the
Yeah.
X-Men.
Mm.
Jason, you're the new Cyclops. Let's do it.
Yeah, I'm cursed with baldness. That's coming soon. I think it's not quite there yet, but it's like, what can I do with a shaved head? What can I do
You're
with
buff
as
and
a
bald.
Jason Statham?
Oh!
What would
Hey,
Jason
my
Statham
friend,
do?
so am I.
Fisk.
Yeah, what would Jason Statham do? I think I'd be okay
What
with
would
that
Jason
casting.
Statham
Yeah,
In
right.
the
Like,
MCU, I'm trying to
yeah,
think
I could
about
take
that.
on Jason Statham's role. I think in anything. Like what would he do? What would you cast him as?
I feel like
as
he
a
was
hero?
rumored to be like Bullseye for a
Jason-
while. That would be.
Jason, I had no idea until you just mentioned this because you wear a hat. I've been bald for a decade now. I would say if you're going to be a superhero, obviously the choice is Professor Xavier.
A really bulky Professor Xavier that's like skinnier than he should be.
He's buff, but
Ripped.
still
He's not
handicapped.
paralyzed for some reason just
What if I
because
took-
you're.
Yeah.
No one looks buff or bulky in a wheelchair is the thing.
What if I did the Christian Bale state of mind where you become the role and I stop
Yes.
walking and I lose my legs atrophy like FDR and I just have like a blanket over my legs.
Yeah.
You keep a six pack though.
You're just like,
Yeah, but it looks good from on top.
yeah. You just stay in your wheelchair and you're just like,
And you're just like always
Oh,
like
I gotta make sure
posing for some reason, just like.
Yes, the danger room is that way.
Amazing.
With the truck nuts on the back of the wheelchair. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
the truck
that's
nuts,
great,
yeah, absolutely.
I mean, that's the wheelchair I want to have.
Well, I love you guys, man. Thanks so much for doing this, and I hope we can do it again next week, man. I like
Yeah,
the
let's plan
episode
on it.
schedule of Sundays, man. If you guys can make
Yeah.
it, it'd be fantastic. It's a lot of fun, and we goof off and have fun just for ourselves, if anything, and it's fun to do this. I
I think we
with
did
you
great
guys.
tonight. I think it was a great show. We should.
This is
Yeah, man.
yeah, great time.
Any last words you guys can catch you guys like where you at on social media so anyone can find you who watches this?
I'd say just everybody, if you're watching and you want to see more of me, I got a podcast called The Suck. A new episode comes
great.
out tomorrow, so you check
Yes.
that out.
And the episode tomorrow is premiere, right, on YouTube. You can
That's
kind
true,
of like
yeah.
watch
It'll
the
be
live.
Yeah, if you follow The Suck podcast on YouTube, you can. It's a live premiere, so you can listen and chat with us. So I mean, you can get it anywhere you get a podcast too, if that's not your style. But I like to do that because then I can. Yeah, it's like it's a live show, even though it's not really a live show.
Yes,
Feels
and then
like
sometimes you guys are in the premiere, like in the chat as well, to join in on stuff.
I
On the
usually try to
conversation.
be there. Yeah, I try to be there most
Me too.
most times.
Yeah. And it's SUCC, so
That's true.
without the K. Yeah,
It's very
Yeah.
difficult to find.
double C's.
I did get the titular. I don't know. I don't think I used that correctly because I don't have a descriptor for that adjective. But the episode next tomorrow is called "Trigger Warning, Phil Buck." So y'all can all just
no.
like marinate on
Ooh.
what that means.
Interesting.
Hey,
Oh, yeah.
okay. Can you talk about the trigger warning thing?
You want me to,
Yes.
to unpack that for you?
Well, I feel like trigger warning. I feel like is the thing that like right wingers use to like upset people.
yeah.
That's obviously
Sure.
not what you are at all.
No. I mean, it's hard to like. I guess since nobody probably, if y'all don't listen, Jason listens. But I guess kind of my thing on the show is that I'm mostly the like squeaky clean, perfect sweetheart of the show compared to like Matt Moyer and Justine and everybody. I mean, I'll get Willow's pretty like wholesome as well, but like I guess the joke there is that I'm like overly sensitive about trying to be like very
PC.
I'm trying to make sure if I say something like one time I talked about
Everything's
buttholes
okay.
being pink and then I was like not all buttholes are pink and then they're like Phil like stop, so basically they're just ragging on me, like saying trigger warning, like Phil's gonna be like trying to be careful about something that just probably not an issue. So it's basically they're just roasting me is all in the title.
Oh, okay, great. I just wanted to bring that up because, like, obviously Phil,
You're
even
right.
as a person, is not a person who's just like, hey, here's my comedy trigger warning.
Yeah, it's
right.
not a, what is the big joke that they do with all these Adam Carolla and canceled the comedy tour, and it's not like that at all. It's actually the opposite. It's that I'm trying. I'm almost like gone too far in trying to be respectful that it's become a joke now. Like
no, I love that.
Yeah, it's a hilarious show. It's my favorite podcast, honestly. I don't listen to much. I have my steady like schedule of comic related podcasts and that media mixed in with you guys. You guys are now part of my weekly routine, and that keeps me busy throughout the week as I package up records every day.
Nice,
and
thanks for listening.
And so it's a great Monday. When it's ever released, and I try to catch it live, but sometimes I'm so busy or my boss is in town and I can't watch it. But,
Fair
it's
enough.
fantastic. So I highly recommend Watch the Suck, SUCC. Lucas, what's up, man? What you got next?
Oh, what do I have next? I'm gonna continue watching Cowboy Bebop.
All right. Yeah, the live action.
What's up?
The live action show.
Yeah, the live action. So
You
for
ready?
people watching, I'm at Post Ironic Meme Ball. I'll make memes when I need to.
Fantastic.
But in real life, started watching Cowboy Bebop on Netflix. Super good. John Cho does a great job. I highly recommend watching it. And I watched the anime on Toonami back in the day when we were kids, I think.
Is that a giraffe and a horse?
Yeah.
So I was looking at that too. It's like a horse
our baby?
fucking a giraffe, right?
I
It's
thought.
a
Well, I
horse.
did both. I switched it up. I just thought I could sneak that in there, but my bad.
Was the baby called a Jahorse? Or like, I don't know. A
Horse raff. Yeah.
Horse raff. Oh.
Look, this giraffe looks like it's like coming, basically.
Yeah, it's
I
like,
mean, my whole thing is how big is a giraffe dick? Like their necks are so long.
I saw
Their
one.
dicks-
You saw one.
Last time I went to the
What?
zoo. Last time I went to the zoo, man. It was like 2 years
You
ago,
saw
and like
one,
this
okay.
giraffe was like humping another giraffe, and it was like hanging out like 2 feet long and dripping. It wasn't even started. It was just dripping. I was
Bro.
like, dang.
dripping hog.
He was tripping, bro. He was tripping and dripping.
Good.
Wow. I apologize. I did not mean to take the podcast in that direction.
All right.
I don't think anybody's
And John, what social media would you like to shout out after?
Just on my Facebook and Instagram. Really, on Facebook, I'm trying to start up on shit posting again. So
Oh, nice, man.
And you
That's
got your own show on Famera now, right? Rants
yeah, I
and
got my own
raves.
show on Famera. I'll be doing. I need to get that going on a regular day. Hopefully, I'm gonna try to start doing just consistently Thursdays. But yeah.
Let us know if you need a guest. Me and Jason, I won't volunteer Lucas, but me and Jason are always on, and I'm sure Lucas would be a great guest.
I'm not
absolutely.
always on, but Phil and I did a show together like 4 days ago.
Shout out to Speta. The Speta show was
Yeah.
really a good time.
Lucas, you should get
My
your own
favorite
show,
thing
man.
is it was a points-based system, and I beat Phil, so that's fun.
Just rub it in again. Yeah.
Ah,
Thanks.
man.
While we're live, of course.
Yeah.
I mean,
Lucas, if you get a chance.
I don't think I'd ever possibly beat Phil at anything, so that was
Shut
fun.
up.
Lucas,
Yeah.
you should get your
It
own
was
show,
all
man.
rigged. It was all rigged.
If you ever get a chance, Lucas, you should get your own show.
No, I was offered that. I am not a consistent person is the thing. I would like to. I would enjoy that. My whole thing is on my days off from work is I'm trying to find love.
Ah,
I like it. Oh, I like it.
nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's very scandalous at the same time. I like it.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be scandalous. I mean,
I like the sassiness and intrigue of a scandalous word, you know?
Yeah.
you're just injecting drama into this situation.
yeah,
like,
for no reason. Yeah.
It could be
Lucas is my
dramatic.
own
Just
show, yeah.
ooh, let me find a person. This is dramatic.
Well, John, what is Rants and Raves? I think you should tell the audience what
Yeah.
Rants and Raves is about before we go, since we brought it up.
Yeah, it's more of just kind of, ranting and raving about what's bothering you or what you love or kind of just what's interesting. Um,
Nice.
Kind of just going off for a minute on whatever's going on. you know. Uh, I want more specific topics usually. But yeah, hopefully soon I can start getting more regular guests on and start talking about some wild stuff.
Hell yeah.
You guys
John,
are-
if I could ask, what was the last rant and or rave?
I actually did an episode by myself where I talked about caffeine for about 45 minutes.
I tuned into that. I was wild. I was
I
blown away.
did not watch, but I saw you post about that on
Yeah.
Facebook on Maine.
Yep.
Caffeine's very
Can
unhealthy
you
for
can you tell us a little bit about what you talk about with caffeine?
Caffeine is amazing. It's an upper, and that's all you really need to know.
But I hear it's like gets in your bloodstream, like, where it's like parallel to like what some other drug people have been paralleling caffeine to, where it's like into your blood system and you can't get it out for like a week.
Oh, really? I haven't heard
Yeah.
that.
Yeah,
Interesting.
yeah.
Okay.
I guess you have like
I
withdrawals.
mean, not that I want to try that drug, but what drug do you think that would be?
I don't know. Yeah, I'm not sure. I can't remember off the top of my head what I heard originally, but
Probably
I'm not a coffee drinker. Honestly, I quit caffeine 4 years ago. I'm
Oh.
I'm a tea
Nice.
drinker, a caffeine-free tea drinker, which is hard to find. But yeah, so that's my morning wake up coffee. I think just the action of drinking something hot kind of makes me wake up, as opposed to caffeine. And sometimes you just trick your mind into it, where it's like, yeah, it's hot and it's like caffeine now, but it's not caffeine. It's not the same thing.
No,
Yeah.
no, I get where you're coming from. I do not like hot beverages. Nor do I like soups outside of like stews or chowders. Like very, very thin
It's a soup.
hot beverages burn my mouth for some fucking reason. But
Bro, let it cool down. This is not. just gotta let it get a little cooler. That's all.
Yeah. Okay. Is that how you would like to enjoy your soup?
You gotta drink it while it's boiling hot, man.
Okay.
You gotta let it burn your sternum.
That's fair.
No,
That's fair.
but the thing is, actually, caffeine. Like, I have a Rockstar energy drink every morning.
Oh wow,
Oh,
damn!
that's a lot of caffeine,
Get
buddy.
your heart pumping, right?
That's a lot of
Yeah.
caffeine.
Yeah.
Actually, my resting heart rate is like 57 beats per minute, and the average is like 60. So I'm like,
Well, you
"Oh,
have
I'm
like
good."
a mutant advantage here. Like you can take on Rockstar energy drinks better than their average human because of your resting heartbeat. That's
power.
amazing.
Yeah, it's like training for cocaine. You're like, I'm fine. I got training with energy drinks, bro.
But boy, let me tell you, there were some cocaine days back in my college years.
I've learned so much about y'all tonight that like Jason's ripped and Lucas doesn't like hot soup, and I mean,
Yeah.
I would like to do that. You know what else I don't like is chocolate, and people hate that I don't like
What? You don't like chocolate?
at all. Period.
that. Kit Kat used to be my favorite, and at some point when I was like 19, 20,
Oh,
I
dude,
had a triple chocolate chunk brownie and threw up because it was too chocolatey. And now I do not like chocolate. I can't
I like
fucking eat it anymore.
You threw up
I
because
hate
it's too chocolately. That's the reason. I didn't expect. I thought it was gonna be
Triple
like
chocolate, man.
some
I
other.
hate it. I don't like it. Like fucking like I didn't choose this life.
This is an
Too
amazing
chocolatey.
episode.
Oh, man. I was like that with the Alfredo pasta. I once came home from work starving. I was so hungry, and I had like
His
made a
metabolism
giant
was like
bowl of
going.
pasta that had Alfredo sauce, and I loved Alfredo. And I ate the whole entire bowl of Alfredo pasta, and then the whole entire night I just like puked nothing but Alfredo.
Oh,
And it tastes the exact same going out, and I was like, this is the worst thing I've ever happened to me in life. It's so painful, and it tastes like Alfredo. It's delicious, but it hurts so bad. And I was like, I can never have Alfredo pasta ever again.
Yeah.
And so whenever I have Alfredo pasta, I get super nauseous. I can't have it. I can only have very little Alfredo pasta, bro.
yeah. That's what happened to me with chocolate. I'm sorry that happened with you. That's fucking even worse with Alfredo pasta because I'm a fan of Alfredo.
What?
Yeah, I'm gonna eat some as soon as we're done with the show, and now I'm questioning that choice. To be honest, I'm
a little jealous, man. I used to love making my own Alfredo sauce. You know, God.
well, no, mine's gonna be microwave shit, so you don't have to be jealous anymore.
John, anything last things that make you sick before we leave?
No, I think that's. I think I'll be quiet on that one. Yeah.
All right. No. Kyle Rittenhouse doesn't make you sick. You want to puke? Too much of that. I'm gonna puke.
Yeah.
All right.
Kyle Rittenhouse fettuccine Alfredo.
No, I think I'll just say that was a great episode. Let's do it again next week, and I can throw it to the credits, and we'll sign off.
All right. Thanks, homies, man. I appreciate it. It's so fun.
I might eat some chocolate and throw up.
All right, all the viewers out there, have a great night. I'll talk to you guys later.
Good night.